And welcome back everyone to the Eye of Observation. We are the Rulers of Fate. I am your DM Mark, and today I'm with all my players, Joey, Martin, Luke, Cisco, and Andy. So hi everyone.
Hello,
Hey
everyone.
everyone.
Hello.
Sadly we don't have two Martins, we have Cisco instead, but it's fine, I guess.
I'm sorry.
We were
Yeah,
in the
it's
way.
happening.
At least we were in the same jumper, so it might get confusing. But
we have to slowly tune to it, so that's why we
yeah, just swap ahead.
one step at a time. Yep. Before we jump back into the game, we have some announcements first. Cisco, you like to do them or announcements? Sure.
That sounds perfect. I actually had it ready. All right, so we are here on Twitch on our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D, where you will find all our previous episodes, including the Seal Pages of Burglars, Dining in Barovia, that is our old campaign, or Hearts of War, that is our modified version of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. If you want to get in touch with us, please do at rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. We also have an X channel, which is at Fate D&D. And our games use jokes and adult language and situations that might make you feel uncomfortable, but please feel free to go in and out as you see fit. Also, thanks to, I think here is Darren Curtis for the music of the intro only. But yeah, and thanks to all our tabletop audio and all that, and James Webster for the art. I don't think so. Please give us a follow and a like, and if you haven't done it already, and yeah, please, we'll be forever grateful. And thank you very much. And back to you, Mark.
Thank you very much, Cisco, for that. I don't have anything else yet, so with that, we jump back into the Eye of Observation.
Ooh.
So, let's continue the story, eh? Previously, the crows beat another bird, and now they have dinner. Okay, that's where we left off.
Wow.
That-
There's more to it than that.
Wow.
yeah, okay, I will go a bit more into detail. You guys took a quest from Mr. Gale Hardware. He would like to receive an item that one of these 4 children of a vampire family inherited. It's for you guys up to determine which one has the item and then steal it from it without getting caught, obviously. So far, you've all spoken to all of them except for Alistair, only for the short time when he took Mr. Gilhard away from you. But we left off where Mr. Gilhard returned together with Mr. Alistair. And the dinner is just about to begin, so everyone will take a seat. There are quite a few guests, and Mr. Gilhard will go over through them with you with extra information that he got from reading the will. I believe I already mentioned that he also spotted someone else has an item together with the will.
I don't know. I
No,
don't remember
okay.
that. Gilhart went off with Alistair Voss, and well, we went to go and chat to the other 3 siblings.
Yeah, okay, so the guys haven't spoken with Gilhard yet, right? That's
no, we haven't spoken to him. He
good.
gave us like a look of like, hey, get over it.
Oh
sort
yeah,
of thing.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's where I left off. So yeah, the 5 of you guys will go sit right next to Mr. Gilhard, and during the dinner, while everyone was talking, he will share some information with you guys. Give me 1 second. I will do the music a bit softer because it's a bit distracting.
No worries.
Mr. Gilbert, will mention this. Okay, I have some good news that will help the investigation a little bit further. I had a little bit of a sneak peek through the will. I also got my item, the rest of the will as well. I noticed something. Sadly, the will is completely written in code where they all used, nicknames in order to identify people and give away the right item, so I couldn't see which one had the item. But I did notice that the person who got the item, the Seraphine that I want, also got a Ring of Water Repulsion, which basically makes the wearer completely dry. Even if you try to pour water on them, they just simply won't get wet.
Okay, so
That's
basically,
an unusual thing. Why do you
Oh,
think they will want to have something like that?
well, vampires
Yeah,
can't
don't
be attacked.
vampires hate
Yeah,
water?
they do.
Oh,
running water specifically, it burns them like acid.
oh wow.
So it kind of
okay.
makes sense. So
So what I suggest is that somebody very, what's the word? Dramatic. Starts a bit of a riot, splashes some water on the hosts, maybe.
All right, that sounds
Somebody with
easy.
not much. Yes. Well, if you think it's so easy, become a dramatic bitch.
I mean,
I don't disagree. It'd be easy, but
If not, Will can take over.
I can.
let's wait.
Very simple. Look. Kitiara takes a glass of water. She spills it on the vampire, and I banish her by clicking my fingers. No one knows where the bird came, who belongs to. That's the end of the story. Oh my god, a bird just spilled water on someone. That was it.
Well, okay. Well,
Well, if you
that's
don't wanna-
one
if you don't want to
option.
risk your life, I guess that's an option.
But let's see. So the info that we have so far, Mr. Gilhart, was there anything else, or was it mainly the rain thing? I feel like we kind of cut you off.
no,
with our suggestions.
I also figured out something else from the will. Even though they all use nicknames, for some reason 4 of the nicknames all had the same last name. I'm just going to simply assume that those 4 people with the same fake last name are probably the 4 children of the vampires.
That would be reasonable, yes.
Like, it would be pretty logical. So, from what I identified real quick is that one other child got a Locket of Whisper secret. By the way, I will show you guys this all later, so you don't have to write this down.
Locket of Whispered Secrets.
Basically, it allows the wearer to even hear conversations within 50 feet radius. So,
Oh, wow.
That one we can figure out. What was the name of the person who got that one? The nickname?
I didn't really remember the nicknames. It's just
That's fine.
one of the vampire families probably has that item.
I think I know which one of the 4. I'd rather not say it out loud, but I think I know.
Oh, actually,
Then we have 2 more other items. An Amulet of Silent Steps. This allows the wearer to move through areas without triggering traps. And his footsteps make no sound.
All right.
Okay.
And the last one is Gloves of Safe Handling. Allows the wearer to handle hot, cold, and dangerous objects without harm. So... Sadly, all of those items are also completely invisible for the naked eye once attuned to, so it's not really an easy job to identify them, so you have to kind of figure out using your brain.
sorry. What was the one before the Amulet of Steps?
Whisper Secrets, that's the
Whisper
50
Secrets.
feet radius. Once again, I will show you all the items later,
Yeah.
once again.
Yeah.
Mr. Galehart, I can detect magic. Would that be of any help?
Perhaps, but rather not in any of the big rooms, because, well, it probably won't even trigger.
Okay. Question though, Jones. Scientifically speaking, how different to snow is? How different to rain is snow? Do you think? Would you consider someone under snow wet?
If it melts, then yes, but it's not running water.
So, maybe you can't just bring some cold weather down and see who has the item.
They would probably brush it off before you get a chance to take a closer look to see if it leaves any dampness behind.
Right. Okay.
Especially if
Actually-
you can do prestidigitation.
Would
Could be an idea.
does dirt or water count as does dirt count as water for the ring's effects?
Henry looks at
Probably
Will
not.
like it.
Like
What?
mud? Like wet mud?
Oh, mud. Right. Okay.
Oh, it's made of. There's rock and earth and.
But is there a component of water that you would argue in that?
It's same problem with snow, I'd imagine. You'd wipe it off before it would give you a chance to make you damp.
Hmm.
Then prestidigitation, gone.
Okay,
I imagine
anyway.
it can all do that.
Strangely enough,
Well, Dr. Jones, you know making a gun is not the only use of Presti.
oh,
What?
that's true. You could soil somebody with the spell, right? Can you do it silently against all 4 of them?
It takes a few seconds to actually cast the to cast the incantation, they would know you're
Dr.
casting it.
Jones. I am.
Oh, that thing you do. Right.
Hmm.
It's verbal somatic. It's not material. Out of
No,
game.
no, no, it's our sorcerer friend can do it without any of that.
Dr. Jones, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a lot. I imagine is there a lot of chat around?
There's pretty much a lot of chatter around, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how far we are in game from there, though, because Will already knows about the Alara daughter, so he would have made that clear to even Dr. Jones. So whatever Will knows, he would know. He would say like, yeah, I would just need to, get within view of them and range. The problem with that is the range is very short.
10 feet.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, you could shake hands with all of them, maybe.
If I shake hands with all of them and do it, they're gonna figure out I'm the one that made their clothes dirty. Which is why one of you needs to get their attention. I don't have to get it on their front. I just have to get it on them.
Okay.
And if
We
I
can
can't
also-
get it on them,
We can cause some distractions. Are you the
I
only one who
could
can cast it?
perform. I mean, I could make a show and a spectacle. You guys could help me. We could do some
Didn't you just
magic.
say you didn't want to be dramatic?
This is not being dramatic. This is expressing my art. I mean, there is nothing dramatic
Like I
about
said,
it.
Through drama.
Well,
each time you're gonna have to
The
give
art
me.
of drama.
I'm gonna
What?
need
Not
6 seconds for each person
It's not a bad
for all
idea.
4. So I'm gonna need
Right,
24
well,
total seconds of
I
distraction.
could. I
Well, if
mean,
you're-
I'll perform for a few
If you're going to
minutes.
distract them,
I have a
if you're going
song.
to distract them, give it a go, Soul.
Yes, I'll do a bit Viola and maybe Henry Jones. You can help me by casting spells to make it look beautiful and stuff like that. While I perform, maybe you can do that too, Will, and then all together we could resonate my voice. I don't know. I could
I
sing
Point
there.
is,
I
you
have my
can't
instrument.
because
I
Yes,
don't have
I'm-
anything like that prepared.
I am quite good at performing, and I have tricks under my sleeve, I guess. And
like I said, when I do this, the purpose of this is if I soil it with something that's like very dirty water, because that does count as
I
soiling.
don't think the
So-
soil is gonna work, to be honest with you. Not that I know that much about it, but it sounds like a snow. It's just like
Theoretically-
it's you spit on it. Come on, guys. This needs a lot
But
of water.
theoretically, you could just make water.
But running
I
water
don't
means a
have to make
river,
water.
right? It doesn't mean like a
No,
glass of water.
Like, I think rain does count.
Mr. Galehart did say
I
that
don't-
it's
Does it?
this amulet
Yeah,
keeps
it
them
does.
dry, so it doesn't have to be running water. Just to make them
Yeah.
wet. If they become wet, then they do not have it.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
So then it's gonna have to
so
okay,
these
perfect.
code names, do you know what they were, Galehart?
I can make them up. That's me, Mark speaking. But
Okay.
yeah, it's not important. The names. All
Okay,
you know
no
is
worries.
that all of the vampires got one of these items to
Hmm.
help you figure out who,
Alright,
probably
like I
has or
said,
doesn't have the item.
Preferably,
also-
I would like.
Oh, if you want to say something, go now.
It wasn't important. I'd rather hear what you have to say.
Sure. After Gilhard explaining that part, the dinner will continue. Everyone will get to see the dinner now. It's literally every type of food that you could possibly think of that the vampire family would run, and probably also a few pretty disgusting out of the place things like monkey brains or something right like that. Probably a bit out of touch if you get what I mean. During this dinner, Mr. Gilhard will also rant about some of the other guests that he noticed. First, he will point out to a middle-aged woman with elegant silver hair and piercing blue eyes. She's really, dressed fully with jewelries and such like that. She's kind of standing out, but not like a real attention grabber. He will point to her and say, "Oh, that is Serafina Montclair. She knows a little bit about almost everybody, if you know what I mean. She, extensive network of informants under her belt, and she probably knows a few things that's going on tonight. It might be worth talking to her."
Okay, we can do that.
Mhm.
Then we also have another man right there, a middle-aged man with a thick mustache and formal military uniform. That is Sir Reginald Blackwood. He's a retired military commander and a longtime friend of the Foss family. He basically walked around this castle for years. He's always been here since ever I've been here as well, so he probably has a lot of...
Could he be a spawn, maybe?
Maybe. It's... I never asked him. All I know is that, he kind of a military, probably around the defense of this castle. He is probably in charge of that kind of stuff. And then you also have Dr. Percival Ravencroft, which is an older gentleman. He is a historian and scholar. He has been also a very good friend with the father Foss, the man who died, the father of the family. They were basically, they were working kind of in secret, but also kind of, on top of the table. It's a weird story. Might be interesting talking to him as well. And then there's a fourth character who's also kind of an interest of you, which Gilhard won't mention. But you remember the card reader that was with him when you started this quest?
Oh,
Yeah. She's also here.
Well,
I
if,
knew she
you
was a
know-
charlatan. Deja vu, my arse. She's right there. She knew she'd be here.
If you don't mind, friends, I'm gonna go use the facilities real quick. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna ask around for directions to the restroom. And when Will gets the restroom, I do want to cast a spell, but I could wait till everybody's done with what they're doing.
Sure, during the dinner. Basically, the things that you can do that I have planned for you to do is after the dinner. But if you want to do anything before it, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So
Meanwhile, if you look at Roll20, you see all the clues that are out there.
Ooh.
So knowing that there's someone who can listen in on him, I'm gonna subtle cast a spell at first level called Comprehend Languages. So I'm just gonna cast that on myself without anybody knowing while I'm there. So basically, what it'll look like when it's subtle is that Will do a slight golden glow to his eye, and then he'll take the salt and soot, kind of just put it on his wrist, and then just put it like near his eye, and his ears, and then there'll be a slight glow before they disappear. And so Will for an hour can basically do that spell, and I'll settle its eye. Then there's nothing really said or
Got it.
done in there. Thank you.
As you return from the toilet and go back to the dinner, the moment you set foot in the hallway that is leading to the dinner, Tinny, your
Mhm.
concentration drops.
It's
Wow.
not concentration.
Or, well, your focus, like, the spell just is gone.
Okay, the spell's
Like
dispelled.
it's-
Gotcha.
So
Oh,
you
right.
immediately figure out that probably in, like, there are areas here that you can indeed cast spells, but in the main areas, probably not.
I would have
Right.
Well,
noticed
actually,
that
that's a
my,
good thing. Then I wonder.
I would have noticed that my comprehend languages spell that I cast for arriving would have winked out when we went into the main room then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You-
same here. Yep.
Okay.
I didn't think about it yet, sorry.
Ah, bugger.
Well, at least I'll be like, oh, okay.
Wait a second. Does that mean that? Hang on. Is this an anti-magic zone
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
that we're in?
It could just be affecting us. I mean, we'd see the items if it was just a. It could not be affecting the family.
Yeah, that or actually, yeah, you're right because they wouldn't ever take those items off for events like this.
Hmm.
All right. Well, let's
Anyway,
see.
I think
Yeah.
maybe we should gather more information just during the dinner. I mean,
Agreed.
Ravencroft sounds up your street, Henry.
Do I know Dr. Ravencroft? Like, do I know of him?
Probably not. The other side of the books he is on, like you're more of a different kind of study. Let's say it like that. He's more of
I'll
a
be right
Henry
back,
be out in the
okay?
field.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Henry
2
would
minutes.
be out in the field, and sure thing. Henry was out in the field on dig sites, and he was in a office somewhere.
Either way, I'm sure you can find at least some common ground. Intellectuals always do.
I do have a meeting arranged with Lucian Voss.
I know
Lara might be with him as well.
he wants to take the gossipy bitch. Serafina. I
That
mean, if
could either
she
be
knows
me
everything
or
about everything.
Soul. That could either be me or Soul, depending.
Soul could be good for the military guy, and then
True.
Kai, would you want to take the card reader, maybe? See if she has some ill omens for us, or for the family?
Yeah.
I may-
I'll ask her to give me a read.
I may look into... see if I can find an angle. I may try and drop down from the ceilings as a thief and break through a window. That being said, we should probably keep quiet as much as possible. If one of the vampires can hear us, we should be cautious about how much we say. Remember also, one of them can psychically remember everything. Or at least knows when they're being psychically investigated, so we should probably avoid that as well.
Okay, so as we're in the main room, I guess unless we can wait for Cisco to get back because he's doing something, or I could just kick off by talking to Lady Serafina Montclair first.
Sure.
Sure. Then I'll just say after the dinner, everyone will get to its own thing. Basically, still it's basically a party. So.
Has my mage armor spell just winked out being in this room?
Oh yeah, it's also gone.
Ah, fuck.
Nice.
I'm down a spell slot already.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out.
After everyone leaves, you see that Alistair and one other gentleman together who was talking to, they will kind of go on their own way. Elera Voss, she will go back to the gala room where she will, or she organized of some kind of event. Lucian, he went towards his Trinity Bob, what's it, his study room, where before he went to Henry, like, hey, if you want to speak, I'm in my study room. And Isabella Voss is still chilling out in the dining room together with all the other guests. So.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go after Alistair. It's been a while, but I can pretend to be quite the drunkard. And maybe
Remember
I
to
can spill
keep your
something on them.
knees wobbly.
Okay then, I'll attempt that.
How are you feeling, Will?
Not too great, but hoping that trying to keep my mind focused will do that. But so ringing in my ears happens occasionally, but I'm trying to get over that.
Only person who gets the night is from alcoholism.
I know, from not drinking alcohol.
Anyway, I'll take a sort of booze from one of the servers and then just kind of walk off in the direction of where Alistair went.
Sure.
I do not know what Lucian Voss wants from me. Is there anything in particular you think should be asked?
Maybe ask him his favourite type of garlic. That's probably not a good
Eyes
idea.
at you.
Or maybe you can, if you're going to, maybe start speaking before you get close to him. If he starts interacting, he may, or, I don't know. Maybe see if he has the. No, actually, it's most likely Isabella who probably has the. From what we know of her, it's probably Isabella who has the amulet, since she's incredibly blowed around the house. She's probably listening in on secrets.
Mark,
Yes.
when you were explaining about these other 4 items, did you say the bearer of the gem is the one who has this ring that protects them from water?
Yes, I will just outline it.
Okay, grand. Just want to be clear of that as I was correcting my notes, and then the other 3 siblings have one of these other items each.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Got
one
ya.
with the red, the white bar or red bar underneath it. That's a tinny.
Ring of water repulsion. Got you. Thank you. Right, actually, what I'll probably do I'll probably, I think I'll have a conversation with him, just see how can I help you. Ask about his dearly departed father, and considering vampires are they're supposed to be immortal, right? So it would be safe to assume their father would have met his end violently.
Potentially. I mean, there's a whole lineage of just potential betrayal or just general illnesses. I mean, in some instances, they may not even be of the same family. They may just be vampires who are together for the simple fact, if he was the head vampire, the lineage probably would have died with him. And they would have died too.
I'll be sure to ask. If Lucian was as disapproving of his siblings and his father's proclivities, then perhaps an ally.
Potentially. Also, by the way, I'm just spouting off vampire knowledge.
Yeah, you
That's
rolled
it.
an actual 20 on vampire
Yeah,
knowledge.
I'm spouting out as much as I know. If I start quoting like Buffy and Angel, that's what I'm doing.
I'm sure those are famous texts of vampire hunters who that's all real in this world, surely.
Right, well, anyway, Jones, go over your interview. Don't get bit.
I will try not to.
I'm gonna do something I haven't done for a long time. Drink heavily, and he'll down a glass of wine, and then go take another from the server and go find Alistair.
Just wasting it.
It's fine.
That's what you do, Mr. Albatross. That's what you do.
It comes out eventually. Never mind.
Right, well, when I stand up, I'll grab my my Dunamancy staff. It's my cane, essentially. I'll go have my interview with a vampire, and I will wander off.
I just like naming TV shows.
Anyway. Well, yeah, I guess we're all off doing our own thing. Okay, just be careful. The
How
fortune.
about fortune told? That'd
Yeah,
be fun.
The
She's a
fortune teller
charlatan!
types are-
She's a charlatan! As I shout back at you.
Yeah. Anyway, they're
mean,
kind of weird, Like I read this story about this guy that kept changing into people and would use cars all the time, and he was a very depressive, moody kind of a prick. So just be mindful of that. Started with a Z.
Okay.
Forgot what it was. You get my point. Just be careful around that
See?
type of person. Zigzag.
Yeah.
It's something.
Okay.
Anyway.
Zigzag. Okay, that's what he's called. That's what he's called now.
Oh my god!
Yep, that's fine.
I swear to God, if Bruce goes, "Hey Ziggy,"
Hey, Zigzag.
I'm going to call you Zigzag from now on.
sorry, Luke.
It's alright. Just gonna remind myself who doesn't get healing word now.
I'm just more worried about Psychic Lance or Silvery Barbs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change my name. I'll have to change my name and not tell you.
Oh yeah, that won't work.
Oh yeah, I forgot my fucking token looks bougie now. As a
Yeah,
pirate.
I swapped it for you.
Thank you.
Who would you want to talk to? Alera or Lady Seraphina?
I'll go to Lady Seraphina actually.
Sure, then I'll put you on
I already spoke to Alara and
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Laura has her own event planned, so it's maybe
Yeah.
better if you all do that together.
Was it
But,
Isabella or Alara who Lucian was arguing with?
Isabella.
Isabella. Okay.
And
If there's
Laura
time, I
was
might-
the one who talked with Will, all
Got
shady
you. Yeah.
and such.
If there's time, I might try talking to Isabella after Lucian, but I have no idea what's going to happen. So
Sure. Why don't you all roll a d20 to determine who goes first, second, third, and fourth?
Okay. You can do that. I forgot to change out my dice, son of a bitch.
Okay. 12.
So order is Sky, Malcolm, Henry, Will. Got it.
Yep.
So, Guy, probably the the least useful one of all of them, the card reader. Sure, you go to the card reader. And,
did you just dismiss Martin's contribution already?
Wow.
no, it's just the
Mark.
card reader. It's not my
Fucking
fault.
Wow.
You're going to tell me all the secrets.
Like, it depends. If you're lucky, then yeah, you get something good out of it. But
Mark's a pretty
it
lucky
depends on
guy, to
what-
be fair, though.
He's the
mine will
same
fin-
guy who rolled a 4 on damage 2 times in a row with the fireball, so I don't.
Martin can do it. You can do it. Believe in
Literally
yourself.
every other roll outside of that has been fucking 19s. Alright.
Well, he has his dip right now, in my opinion. Like at the start, Martin was so good, and now it's.
I'll come back.
Don't listen to him,
Regular
Martin. Don't
comeback.
listen to him.
Anyway, yeah, sure. You go to the card reader. Jumi. Oh, hello there again, little one.
Hi. We met. I didn't get your name, lady.
I
reader.
don't hold a name. Just call me the card reader, like anyone else.
This is a party, and usually, do you do like? What do you do? Is it like a party trick, or is it like for real? Can you do it like for fun?
My magic is real, darling. I don't do party tricks.
Would you do it for me? Do it for me. Can you tell me
Sure,
my
if
future
you're
and
brave
could
enough to truffle my deck, and if you are willing to live the consequences, then I'm willing to share all my cards with you.
can you tell me if I will find what I'm seeking?
If you're lucky, it's not of me to determine, it's in the cards, and she will pull out her deck of cards. Feel free to roll a d20 if you like, under your own discretion.
Okay, I rolled it 20. 11.
11, that's above average at least, right? Let's see, what is the card? Ah, yeah, of course, it's probably the most useful card possible right now. Great.
Wow. Okay.
One of the two, probably. Okay. It's the
The
revelation.
vampire has the gem is this one. Oh,
Have-
that's me. That's so clear.
Have you just given Martin a wish?
Oh my god, what is it with
No,
giving
it-
wishes in this universe?
Hey, you guys are the DMs, man. You guys tell us.
Like only if you roll a d20, like only if you roll the 20 roll and then a specific other roll, then maybe you get a wish from this, but not red. It's the revelation cards that you have drawn, Martin. You should tell. Ooh, this is an interesting one. A hidden truth about something in your near future will be revealed to you soon.
Ooh,
We get another hint.
such bollocks.
That's amazing. And so, how does it work? Do I know? Will I know?
You will know when you get to know. It's not up to me to determine when or where. It's all bound to fate, but it's guaranteed to happen now.
Okay. And do you know these guys? Like, or is it just you're here with Mr. Gelhardt?
Oh no, it's pure coincidence that he's here as well. I know a lot of powerful people, and that's where I like to play my part the most.
Okay, so you haven't read the cards for any of the hosts before.
I've read before, but not of this evening. You're my first.
Okay, do you remember what you told them? What they drew?
Oh, I never share that to anyone.
Oh. Hmm.
Your fate is secret with me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to find about my future.
Sure.
That's what happens as time. I'm sorry.
I was willing to offer you another card if you like to draw, but once again, it's at your own discretion. I mean,
Oh, well, like, would that be my past or?
oh no, I don't do past. That's all dreadfully boring.
Oh, only the future. Sure, I'll have another one, but that will be the last one. And I will roll a 5.
5. Oof, yeah, that's way worse, of course. Oof, it's the shadow card. Oh, yep. Soon, sometime in the future, you will feel haunted. Maybe by the past, perhaps, or something you will have to face in the future. Anyway, it's undeniable that you have chosen this path now. Your fate is
Yeah.
sealed.
I'm just thinking about the emperor is going to kill me. Okay, he's going to hunt me. Sure. Is there any indication of how long before this happens? Or is it...
Usually it happens before you're dead.
Oh,
Unless it's to determine your death. In that case, oof, then you have to be careful.
hmm.
But no
You're
worry,
so
this
wise.
isn't the worst card I have.
Okay. Well, you've been very helpful, and now I know that my future, I'm totally armed against it. So it's, I'll be ready. So thank you, and I'll see you around. Have fun.
Good evening. Great. Note to later, Curse Martin. Okay. Then we go to the next person. That was Malcolm.
It was Malcolm, yeah. So Malcolm is doing his a full-on drunken stupor sort of routine, pretending to be just completely
You've seen
lethargic.
Will do it enough.
Yeah.
So.
I think he would have used disguise self as well to just sort of disguise as just a different guest. He may have sought to try and get them like kicked out. Maybe just like an older human gentleman. He just disguises as him and is like trying to find Alistair, I guess.
Sure.
And is just kind of wandering the halls while disguised as somebody else.
Okay. I should go kindly towards the direction of where you saw Alistair take off with another gentleman. You will go into basically a maze of a castle. This is so at the point where you thought you saw them go, they are no longer there, and well, it's kind of hard for you to guess which way it's going. So make me an investigation or perception check, as you don't see him anywhere near sight.
I'll do perception because I've given myself performance as my free feature, so my investigation isn't as great as it usually is. Fuck. I think I have an inspiration. I'm gonna re-roll that. If I do, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna add knowledge of the past life to that. I may be stuck in the maze. That'll be fun. Where the fuck is knowledge of the past life? There it is. D6. That's a 5. So in total, I rolled
14. That's
14.
not
Shit.
trash.
No.
Basically, there's a three-way part that you are stuck at, and you hear clearly. At the left, you hear some gibberish here, some people talking, probably like a group of people. In front of you, you hear one set of footsteps, and to the right of you, you will hear two sets of footsteps.
Oh. One set of footsteps.
In front of you, and to the right, you hear two sets of footsteps.
Yeah, but what if he has no footsteps? Shit.
Well, if he has no footsteps, how are you hearing him right now?
Well, I can hear one set, and there's two people going.
But there's.
My logic is sound. Fuck it. I'll go with the side that is 2 steps right now.
Sure, as you start walking into that direction, you hear the same footsteps. They are going up a stairs, and you will follow them. Once you're at the top of the stairs, you'll very quickly figure out that there are two servants who are gathering some stuff.
Oh, sorry. All it's a bloody maze around here. I need to go. And he'll make his way back and try try and make his way back to the original the three-way section and go for the first exit.
Sure.
The
At
middle
that
one.
moment, you barely hear the footstep anymore. Make another perception check.
Okay. Perception. Fucking hell. Okay. Nat 1.
Yep. Nope. You have no clue where the footsteps went. The trail has lost.
Shit. Okay. New plan. Okay. New plan. Okay. Malcolm. Okay. He's probably gonna make his way back then and maybe ask someone for directions if you can, potentially.
Back to the dinner room, I assume, then, or...
Yeah, I may go speak to another vampire just in case. Try to do the routine on somebody else.
Oh, the current only other vampire is Isabella, but she's in the dinner room, so that's, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, well, in that case, I may just, One second. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what I've got. What could I use?
We could, in the meanwhile, go to the next person
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you like.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Then we will go to Henry. We'll probably ask around for directions towards the study room of
Oh,
Lucian.
wait, sorry.
Never mind. We go
Oh,
back to
sorry.
Malcolm, where Malcolm finally had an idea.
Yeah, it's fine. On you go.
Is my Sky Self still up, where I'm at right now?
Outside of the main rooms, yes.
Malcolm has a scroll of scrying on him. In the bag of holding. Is everyone okay for me to use that?
What are you using?
The scry of the spell scroll of the scrying spell scroll that I have in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. I will take it out and cast scry on Alistair.
Sure.
Now, I've met the target, so that means they don't have any like minus or additional penalty to their save, but they need to make a wisdom save based on the scroll's spell save DC, which is 15, a 5th level spell scroll, so it's a 17 DC they need to make on wisdom.
17 wisdom save. I rolled 18, and he probably has a plus.
Fuck.
In,
Yeah, from what I remember of like general vampire stats, they have pretty good wisdom. Shit.
probably.
Okay.
They are old as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that gone.
Worth
Well-
a try. It's
Yeah, worth a
It's
try.
okay, man. It was worth a try. It's okay.
Right, I think Malcolm will probably just try and go back to the original group and see if he can bother and someone else. Maybe Alara. No, wait, we will go leave that till later. I'll just come back later and just say it was a bit of a bust, and I'll do it later. It'll just be
Sure.
me dumb.
in that case, we will indeed go to Lucian and Trinity Bob.
All right. I'll ask around. Excuse me, do you by the way to Master Lucian Voss's study, please?
Guard will just guide you towards the room, and in there you will meet him.
Thank you, guardsman. Lord Lucian.
Jones, take a seat and
Thank
sit
you.
behind this study.
I must admit, this is quite a soiree that your family have put on.
I would say thank you, but I literally inherited the place, so yeah, that's barely built into myself, into this place at least. But yeah, sure. I invited you for. I actually have a proposal to you. I have heard that you have discovered the Heart of Neckarim, an ancient old vampire amulet. By the way, old buff game. Yes, you do.
Is that one of the earliest notes you gave me?
I just made it up, so probably
Oh.
not.
The
Unless
heart
I'm.
of
It's a prequel-worthy adventure for Dr. Jones.
The
like
Heart
one
of
those specials you
Neckarim.
see.
And what is the Heart of Neckarim?
It's a item that is quite powerful, but it's completely worthless at the moment because it has no charges left in it, and the only way to get charges is by a very elaborate thingy that vampires can do. What is it called? You draw a
Ritual.
circle and you sacrifice people. What's it called? A ritual. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, sacrifice,
yeah.
ritual.
Yeah, just a normal vampire-ish ritual in order to tune its power back up.
The good old goat summoning.
Yep, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He basically has to do a ritual in order to power it back up, and he's interested in it.
Indeed. Well, tell me, the gem currently is, well, to put it bluntly, quite useless. There is no magical charge in it whatsoever. And I have yet to discover what might charge it.
And might I happen to be the person who have figured it out?
Indeed. I'd like to incite that, because Henry doesn't believe him. Sick. This man has figured out what it does, and I haven't? What the hell? I believe him! 100%! You found out? How on earth did you find this out, sir?
Well, my library is a bit older than yours, I assume. I probably have a few books that you probably never heard of before. So it's kind of cheating for my part if you don't feel insulted.
Oh, I don't feel insulted the slightest. Henry lies through his teeth.
Inside check.
You have to
I
roll
rolled a
deception.
5.
Oh, never mind.
I can't believe I passed my first deception check. I'm so proud.
At the moment, you have two liars who just believe each other. Beautiful conversation.
Henry's pride has been niggled by this. She's like, of course you had their books. I haven't heard of. That's absolutely right. So, out of purely academic interest, what on earth would you require this for, and how would you recharge this Heart of Necrom?
Both those details are not important for you to know. Let's just say
Want
it's all
it?
for
I disagree.
personal... Well, it's all then for personal use only.
I see. What personal use would a formidable vampire have for an inert magical item that they are not willing to divulge how to charge it to its current proprietor?
Well, for one, I want to use it so this family doesn't fall apart after father died. He was our only power dynamic in this family, and now, probably with Alistair being next in charge, I doubt we will keep the same respect as before, so I prefer to empower myself into a position that we still will keep the respect of said others.
Shall we speak plainly? Do you have eyes for the lordship of the family?
Oh no, that's just a facade. I'm actually over the real power. I don't care about being the face of the family, I care about the power the family brings.
The hand behind the throne?
You could say that. I don't intend on using Alistair as a puppet, I use him more as a poster for us, everyone to look at, but in reality that's not who we are.
I see. Very well. Let's say I was willing to arrange parting with the Heart of Necrom. What would you offer for such a thing? Let us deal. There is an item I am most interested in finding. Now, something I've only heard about it here is a matter of hearsay. Owned by your family. The Shadowblood Sapphire.
So even you have heard of that? Rumors spread, sadly.
I'm quite well informed.
What about it?
Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out, such is the case with the Heart of Necrom for yourself.
Well, sadly not all of the items for my family are up for sale, including that one, sadly.
That is a dreadful shame. Are we at an impasse, or can we negotiate? Rule number... what rule was it that Mr. Albatross said? 31?
74.
70, he thinks. Rule number 74, a friend of mine taught about negotiations, that there's always a deal to be made.
I tell you what, I will come back at you, but to be quite frankly, I also have my eyes on that item, and I prefer, no, I have some use for it myself as well, so I will think about it, but for now it's sadly a no.
Could I insight that specifically? Is he implying that he has it with that, or that he doesn't have it with that?
This is more
As
of a, as a player, you have to insight yourself, because this is more of a, try to solve this puzzle yourself instead of your character.
Ah, damn, but I'm not that smart though. Okay. I'm going to assume he's implying he doesn't have it because he has his eyes on it. That's what I'm going to assume, but then of course that's how the gem works. Fuck. Never mind, that's what I'm going to do. That is the assumption I will take from that then.
I made this, a bit tough for a reason, so it wasn't that easy to figure out, but
Oh.
like
I'm
for
not- I
now,
just-
maybe if you talk with all the others, you eventually piece all the clues together in order to determine, okay, this is most likely the person who has the gem if he put all the clues together, so don't be like, oh, this guy has it or doesn't have it yet, because
Yeah.
you need to play more clues than this. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not a SpongeBob episode.
Damn, why not? I've never watched SpongeBob. Very well, Master Lucian. Thank you very much for your time. Before I go, a question for you. What is that charming anti-magic field that you're using in some of the rooms in your home? Is it simply anti-magic, or is it something more interesting?
It's a form of anti-magic. It's something Father spewed up. The technicalities I don't know of, but indeed some of the rooms are protected from outsiders. You're including, apparently.
Apparently so. I'd spent time casting mage armor myself before I arrived. I'd going into a family of powerful vampires. I just thought that sounds dangerous.
Appreciate the compliment, but you don't have to worry unless you have ill intent.
And
We're
none
friends,
at all.
all in here.
Of course, my friend. Perhaps we can discuss such matters later.
Sure, evening is still young. Plenty to do.
Absolutely. Have a good evening, sir.
You too.
And Henry will take his leave and start pondering. I don't think he has the gem.
As you ponder out of the study room, we will go to Will.
Alright. Well, hello there, Miss, Lady Montclair, am I correct?
Ooh, yes, who's speaking?
Hello, my name is William Albatross. I am here with the Crows. We are an envoy. I believe you've heard of us.
Ooh, Albatross and Crows. Ooh, I've heard some rumors here and there, but never met my eyes yet. Hi.
Hey, thank you very much. Hopefully, all exciting rather than good, because good is boring. Anyway, what brings you out here, Lady Montclair?
Ooh, known the family for a long time. I'm good friends with the father, and to be honest, I'm here just to mingle and listening. Rumors always spread around these parties like here, so that's good for my business.
Yeah, it can be very useful for continuing the relationship I imagine you're going to have with Alistair, being that you were business associates with his father.
Most likely, if the cards indeed play correctly, then yes, I will be working with him.
Interesting. What is your impression of Sir Alistair?
Interesting figure, but nothing like his father. Maybe perhaps for the best for me, since it's easier to deal with a less powerful man than a powerful one. So
True, but you get less results, I imagine. There's less power there, but regardless, I don't mean to pry. I only figured that because to me it seemed quite the opposite, that he's a bit of a, what they say in the business, a bit desperate to follow in the footsteps of those who came before.
Yeah, he's very desperate. You know what? I'm willing to share you a little secret of mine that I know about him. But sadly, I don't share any secrets for free. So, if you're
What's
interested,
a conversation amongst friends?
Well, I don't count anyone as friends. I see everyone as a potential business partner, as you would probably say.
All right. Well, what terms would you have in mind, Miss Montclair?
Well, I deal in secrets. If I give you one, I would like one in return.
Sure. I would like to think that you should be careful about I think Will would know that Elara is the second youngest, right? Because there's Alistair, Elara, Lucian, and Isabella. who I
They are
think
literally in
Isabel's the
order,
youngest.
yeah. I made it. Yeah.
Okay, yep. But well, word around is that the second of the line here tends to be a bit nosy and a bit desperate herself.
That's no secret, darling. Everyone knows that.
Do you? But do you know how much is the real question?
What do you know that I don't?
Well, let's just say that she has a lot of schemes that would involve in disrupting the head of the family and taking over her father's business. Now, granted, that does sound like news, but you don't know the how. I do.
Well,
Well, I gave you a little bit, you have to give me a little bit.
sure.
Not the entire story, just a piece of it. We'll do pieces. It's called the dominoes in negotiations.
Got it. You saw that older gentleman he was talking to all night, Alistair?
Yes.
He is a renowned necromancer. Now your turn.
All right. Well, with the family heirlooms, the one in her possession is the Locket of Whispered Secrets, heirloom passed down from her father, which allows her some interesting powers.
And how do you know for certain that she has that item?
Your turn for a piece.
Fine. I know what they are meeting about and what they're going to do in that meeting, Alistair and that necromancer. They're probably doing it right now, as we speak.
Speaking's a very powerful tool. You get a lot of information that way. Often, people tell you what you want to know if you take the time to listen, which is how we tend to know a lot of things. It's how I tend to know a lot of things.
Stop
Including
stalling,
that
Bill,
locket.
and tell me how you know it.
I just conversation.
So you don't know why she has it, or that she has it. You don't have
Oh,
to
I know that she has it. As for the why, again, I told you exactly how. I had a conversation.
That's it? He just plain old told you that she got that? I highly
She,
doubt that.
along with others, and I had a conversation within her radius, and it confirmed the item for herself.
At this point, I will ask for you to make a deception roll.
Yeah.
because- Yep.
Okay, all right then.
You're really trying to secret code it, yeah?
You have to get better than me. All right.
Oof.
You've
I might
got
have rolled the same with you.
29.
Oh
know.
my god! Look at that.
Oh my god.
got
Okay.
Ziggy levels of shit.
Will used to be. Nobody listens when Will used to be a bullshitter back in his day.
Do not trust this man to sell you a used car.
Point is, I rolled an 18, and well, she is a person who deals in, speaking with spies and such, so she probably has a high insight.
Telling what?
Like- How?
Yeah,
Like
make
how
a
high?
fate roll to determine if she is higher or lower than you, because, well, like, if she has a plus 11 in insight, it wouldn't surprise me, because, she kind of deals with shady people all the time,
Well,
right?
okay. I'm in the area. Am I in the main area or am I in a different area?
You're in the dinner room. All the guests are in the dinner room.
Fine.
No
Alright.
magic.
Yeah. So okay. So I kind of painted myself into a corner here. I'm just gonna check something real quick before I do that. How much? Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make this count. Fuck it. I live with the consequences of my actions. I'm gonna go high. 16.
Damn. In that case, she believes you. Ooh. So you are speaking the truth. Interesting.
You know, reputation back into the Terranian Republic again. You may have also heard of my work. I used to work in the Thunderdome with Jane, a fighter there, and I place a high amount of value on my reputation. I do my utmost to be as upstanding as possible when working with my clients. And immediate flashbacks of all of his drunken stupors and insane ramblings.
My memory
Yep.
getting clearer? Is this the alcohol leaving my system? I don't like this.
Internal screaming inside Will's head as you just
That's the ringing. It's the inner scream just getting louder and louder as he gets more and more sober.
It's just that,
exactly,
like-
yeah. Fucking nailed it. Anyway,
scream that's half drowning. Yeah, it's.
yeah. So to get back to the conversation, we'll
Yeah,
say that.
Oh, in that case, they are meeting. Apparently, Alistair is afraid of Lucian, that Lucian is going to get more powerful than him, so he wanted to prevent that by doing some sort of ritual.
Ritual.
What type of ritual, I don't know, but I know that he orchestrated something with the necromancer and got some items delivered here in order to get this ritual done, but what type of ritual, I'm uncertain of.
Interesting. You know, it almost sounds like a bad joke you'd hear. Like, a vampire and a necromancer walk into a bar, and they come out full of goat's blood. Sounds like a bad joke. Anyway. Lady Montclair, thank you very much. And then Will's going to grab just his little notepad, pull out a sheet of paper, and write out a pen. Here is an improvised card in case you ever want to talk outside or inside of business. He'll hand her a homemade card and just, in attempted cursive, Will Albatross and a picture of a crow for all of your pecking order needs.
Right.
That's annoying,
We'll
Angels.
definitely keep that.
And as Will walks away, I imagine she's just gonna immediately crumple it up and just fucking toss it somewhere. I don't know. Like,
Literally, the moment you turn around, hey, someone dropped his card. What is this? Will Albatross?
can you imagine? All right, and Will's gonna go back to kind of like circle around because he doesn't go straight to the others. He wants to like diverge and look behind them every now and then circle back to the others.
Smart. That leads us to the last person. Yeah, Sol.
Thank you for your patience on my portion, guys.
Okay. I just have a quick question before anything. Sorry for that. Why do we want to identify who has which item, right? Or why would we want that though?
Mr. Gilhart wants the item. The
So
okay.
we know
Sapphire
we-
Tini.
we know of 4 items that have been given out to the 4 vampires.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Alistair has the boot, has the amulet that's making his stuff silent because of my fuck up.
Hmm.
But it process of elimination. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
just figuring
So-
out what's like, just gathering more information really.
Okay, so maybe figuring out who has which at least one of the items will be a good thing for that Sol could do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we decided while you were away to maybe you should speak to the military
Yeah. So
boss of
yeah.
the group. Yeah.
I'll do that. So maybe I could do
Because he
both.
seems to be a family friend.
I could do both things, maybe.
Yeah.
Just a quick question for you, Mark, as well. Kitiara is an animal as such, right? So as an animal, she's able to pee, right? She drinks
It's a
a lot of
magical
water.
animal, so the
Not
tiara
really.
cannot be summoned in the main rooms.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a point. And also, have we figured out if all spells get this spell? Like, will this guy self get this spell, or things like that?
In the main rooms, most likely, but in hallways and such, you can probably do it.
Okay, and then normally the vampires are in the main rooms, right?
Right now, Lucian is in his study, Isabel is in the dinner, Ilara is in the gala room, but she has something planned, so it's probably better if everyone does it together. And Alistair is now, doing his ritual, apparently.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right. Yes, so I'll just go on. Yeah, so the disguise is not gonna bully anymore, so it's fine. I'll just go as myself and kind of like approach this gentleman that I'm supposed to be talking to, Sir Reginald Blackwood,
Yep.
and I'm just
Pull out that soul charm.
yeah, and I'm kind of like just go like, oh hi, how is the evening going? Having a good evening, sir?
He's probably like somewhere a bit more in the back room of the diner, smoking cigars with some older gentlemen as well. Probably all have a glass of whiskey as well.
Oh, okay.
As you join.
I will.
They're probably like had one of those old people talk where they're next to a fireplace talking about a hunt or something. You know, that's
Okay.
not climatic at all.
Sure. I'll try to merge in and kind of pretend that that will be something I will probably do. Maybe thinking of being of an order of knights and this kind of thing. So even though maybe I might not be involved on those things, I could kind of probably pull it. So I'll just kind of join, like grab at the same drink they're drinking. I grab a cigar from somewhere I've smoked before because my mom, did the special herbs and stuff that I used to smoke. So why not? So I'll just join. Maybe, yeah, I'm looking pretty okay, right? With the regal kind of armor and stuff. So ornamental. So I'll just go. Hello, gentlemen. How is the evening going? And I'll kind of shake the ice on the whiskey glass a little bit. And join
Important
the
question:
circle.
do you take a sip or do you start to smoke?
I'm gonna smoke better. Oh no,
Sure.
really? Oh no, what do you mean short? Why are you asking me? Now I'm
Well,
worried.
it's Saul. I assume he doesn't know how to smoke a cigar. It's not really a knightful thing to do.
Yeah,
Oh
okay,
yeah, we
okay.
smoke cigars all the time in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like that's not the sentence normally said. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
No-
his
Nobility
grandfather was a
smoking cigars?
nobleman. Yeah.
Come on.
So, well,
Like-
my question is: does Saul know not to inhale with cigars? That's the
I
like.
have a,
does the,
I'm just rolling on my passive history that it will be 18. Maybe I've seen people doing it. I don't know though.
Sure,
Could I-
like you don't completely choke in that case.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
and
Like,
yeah, I want to make sure. This is a point. Could I make a history check to see if I know it? Actually, maybe.
sure.
Okay.
History check to see if you smoked a cigar before.
Yeah. Oh dearie, that is a natural one. I do not know.
Is that 3 today? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Yep. Damn.
So you probably have for the conversation like.
Yeah, but I could
probably
make a
start like that.
Constitution saving throw because I've smoked a cigar before, not knowing, and I didn't cough that much, So you can probably do it if you.
Oh, like you never really had a bad cough before. You never had that.
Yeah. No, I've had it,
Where
but
you-
maybe I could try to hold it back if I don't smoke too much at once. I guess. I
Or
don't
make
know.
a con save.
Yeah.
that
So I
depends
go
on
like,
you.
oh hi James, and yeah, and with a 27 on my con save, I go like, oh
Yeah, it
Oh,
burns
it's a
like
cigar.
a bitch.
yeah, oh it's a cigar.
It
oh,
burns like a
damn.
bitch, but yeah. oof.
Yeah. And I kind of like do like one of those. Like,
I know that, yeah. Yeah, the one where you actually want to vomit your lungs out,
Yeah.
but you try to hold them in, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like,
Follows all the smoke.
yeah.
Gulp it down.
How is the? So after that, I kind of stay awkwardly, and I'll just get a bit closer to this gentleman, to
Sure,
Mr. Reginald Blackwood.
To make
at
it
that
easy,
point.
the rest of the gentlemen will start keeping the conversation, but he will start to get very interesting to you. Van, hi, young one. Haven't met you or seen you before, I think.
Yeah, yes, I am Sir Saul. It's an honor to meet you, Sir Saul Bingard. Make up the surname.
Bingard, like from the Bingard Well family.
Actually, the Bingards from Shippendale. Are you familiar with them?
No, I haven't met them, but
I'll kind of look slightly offended for a second, but then kind of like a smile after that.
you feel offended for your fake name.
Yeah. Well, understandable. Yes. But it's a pleasure to meet you. Are you familiar with the family, friends?
I have served from them since I was 18. Retired 2 years ago, but
wow.
stayed close with the father.
Yes, I admire people who take pride on the job. It sounds like a great thing to do. You must be quite
Loyalty is everything to me. Yes, yes.
Of course. Could I make an insight check to see if he actually kind of saying it 100%, or is it kind of like if I could maybe persuade him somehow to spill some tea? Okay, let's see. Insight of time -1 there. Okay. Actually, that's pretty
You believe him?
impressive
He's
for me. Yeah?
probably speaking the truth. He's seems
Okay.
like a loyal person.
Okay. Just trying to process the angle here. So if he's how long ago? Do we know how long ago they were given the items they are wearing?
Today, everyone got the items today. That's basically the whole dinner thing. Like that's why everyone got invited. Everyone who was part of the will got their item today.
Okay, so everyone on. Okay, and they got it privately, I guess, right?
Yes, like even the family members don't know who got what item. It's all done by the I don't know,
of course.
vampire lawyer. It's just a regular lawyer, I assume. It's
Just another blood sucking leech.
Also,
Yeah.
okay, this could work. As you've been here for so long, I imagine, you potentially could answer me a little question. You see, I'm a bit of I like magical tricks and effects. I normally try to emphasize my voice or make myself more musical. You see, being from a creature originally from the Feywild, I like those kind of little flair. But I notice in this house when I try to actually do my tiny tricks, magic doesn't seem to work. Do you actually know why that could be, as you've been here for so long?
That's a powerful trick made by the father before he sadly passed away. It stood here for centuries, actually, so it's a complicated ritual. I won't go into details, but long story short, as long as the vampires continue living here, they will remain in power, and anyone not family basically cannot use their magical abilities in some of the rooms.
Oh, okay, and that's not, I assume, something you can turn in and off. If you wanted to surprise someone or make some kind of a special effect in a room for fun, or not really, right? Being a party. I wouldn't mind to do some fireworks in one of the rooms to kind of mesmerize the guest and pay respects to the family.
You will have to ask Alistair that. He seems to be the one in charge of everything right now. Maybe he can give you some more insight, but for now, no.
All right. Will you know where he is actually? How close are you to him? I guess you are he must be like a son to you, right?
He was here at the dinner, but he probably seems to be busy right now. I don't know where he is at the moment.
Yeah, out of game. I don't think Sol knows that he's doing the ritual, right? At this point yet.
No, you all have to
reconvene. Yeah. Okay.
Before.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm just. When I got home, I would like to. You see, sometimes I write little articles for local papers and stuff like that, like I'm a bit of a writer, poems and stuff like that, and I was actually composing a poem for the family to honor the horrible thing that happens. I honor their father, obviously, and stuff like that, and I was wondering if there is something that could be that you could share with me, that I could maybe something people normally wouldn't really know. Not that I will ever disclose those things that you revealed to me, but perhaps it will be something that I could emphasize the opposite of in the poems to make him sound like a better person than he was. We all have made bad things in our time, and I don't know. And I stare at him, kind of like thin.
Sure. Above game.
Yeah.
You understand how shady this kind of sounds, right?
I know, that's why I'm just kind of like trying to pull my way through a lie. kind of thing. I'm just seeing, you know.
The entire
you have-
segment is
yeah.
shady as fuck. To be fair.
Yeah.
Make a deception roll because it's you were trying to decept him into, you know.
Okay.
So I will give you
Alright.
that, but
All right.
my guy has advantage because it feels a bit too shady. Let's say like that.
So it will be disadvantage normally, right? No.
You roll normally. I have
Okay.
advantage on my insight.
Okay. I actually believe, because I want to get something out of his, I still have 2 inspiration. One actually I have here. 1 inspiration from game versus AI. Okay. So could I use my inspiration actually to give myself advantage?
Sure, if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, I want to, because I want to get things sorted out here. Alright. Come on, Saul. You can do it. Coming up. Oh, I only roll 1, so okay now. Oh my god, that's so pathetic. Okay. Yeah.
Well, needless to say, I rolled a bit higher.
Yeah,
Um,
I will assume so. Damn it.
I don't like sharing those personal stories. I prefer if they stay personal. If you
I
understand.
understand. No, of course, I truly understand. It's like, yeah, fair enough. But it's been a pleasure talking to you, nevertheless. I might hang around for a bit as well. Just stand next to him.
See you
drink.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll kind of move to talk to another gentleman, just, like to make conversation. Nice evening today, kind of thing, just to ignore him for a bit,
Be
and
an
then I will,
NPC, yeah.
yeah, and then leave, So just kind of like cut him off and then talk 3 seconds with someone, or 4 seconds, and then once he focuses his attention on something else, I'll leave.
Sure.
Yeah, and I will. I'll go to the bathroom, actually. I imagine the bathroom will be off the main corridor. I'll go inside the cubicle, cast invisibility on myself, and I'll, before I cast invisibility on myself, I'll just take a lot of water in my mouth, right? And then I'll make sure that there is water in my flask as well. And then I cast invisibility, and I'm gonna hang in the corridor and waiting for see if I'm lucky to see any vampire pass to throw water at them while I'm invisible in the corridor, just to figure out who's got the amulet from drying thingy, just at least.
Are you sure you want to? I'm fine with it, but yeah. In the meanwhile, the rest of them will do something. You will just be literally waiting into a corridor.
It's gonna be
with a very off chance that one is going to pass by.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the point. I'll try to go on knowing that the magic is not gonna work on the rooms. It doesn't make sense. I'll just go to the toilet, hang around for a bit, and maybe without being invisible, I'm actually going to kind of try to make my hands so wet with my flask all the time, kind of hidden away a little bit on the corner, and kind of splash water like that to people. I guess if they're not on their face, but if I do it on the back, discreetly, to the vampires, so I'm gonna try to look for them one by one and do that discreetly while I'm not without, from behind and things like that, if I'm able to.
Sure. At the moment, the only one that's accessible is Isabel, who's still in the dining room.
Alright. Is she talking
if you
to
try
people? Or...
Yeah, she's talking to people, probably. If
Yeah.
you try to splash water on her, make a sleight of hand.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'll just kind of go from behind, and kind of go when I pass, a little bit on the kind of in the bottom, bottom area, something like that. So it's discreet. Alright, come on. So, you said, could I do sleight of hand or stealth? Yeah, any?
Sleight of hand.
Okay. Perfect.
If
Come
you want
on.
to.
Wow. Okay. 18.
Pretty decent. Doesn't look like you are getting noticed. But yeah, the water that you splash onto her seemed to, stick on the clothes.
Okay. All right. Cool. And after doing that, I'll kind of look for the group while I keep trying to spot more vampires, move to the other places, and maybe reunite with everyone to see where everyone by now.
Sure, that guy's getting back together.
So, I think it's safe to say, is Galehart with us?
No, he mentioned that he's going to mingle and with the rest because he basically paid you guys in order to work for him. So
Yeah.
why would he work?
Yeah, I think it's best for us to keep him out of this, actually. I think that'll be for the better.
Well,
There's a lot of family
I-
tension with
Yeah.
the father's position and his business deals in the meantime as well.
I have some
Mhm.
news.
I concur.
Okay, I guess we all got something interesting. Kai, you doing
Yeah.
all right? How you holding
Yeah,
up? You
I
look
know my
good.
future. I'm going to find something tonight about my hidden future.
What?
Which-
What does that even
would-
mean, Guy?
Okay, we're solving your mystery. Of course, we're
I
going to
will.
figure something
I
out.
will know when I know it.
Yes, that's
I'm
how the
proud of you,
future
Kai.
works, Kai.
No, but this is now I know for sure.
Okay, it may have been a bad idea. Either way, I think I figured out who has the Amulet of Silent Steps.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's Alistair. I
see.
lost track of him.
That would
I
make
lost
sense.
track of somebody.
That would check out, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I know that Isabella does not have the water repellent amulet,
okay, so we can narrow that down. All right.
and I also spoke to one of the guests, the ones that to Sir
Reginald.
Reginald Blackwood.
Reginald Blackwood, yes.
But he didn't seem to want to share any information that could be relevant for our investigation, really. I tried, but I wasn't really that convincing, I think.
I mean, so you know what? I'm proud of you for making the effort. You're really growing, and you know those military types, they can be a bit rigid and hard to talk about. So,
Yeah, they can be assholes.
Hmm.
excuse. Sorry,
Huh.
feeling a little queasy. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
like,
Actually, Will,
They could
you
be-
know what? I actually like you more like this. You are making sense today so much. It's like, I don't know, if I didn't know you, I would think you're a very clever person, even.
I appreciate it, Sol, but I've been feeling queasy for the past hour or two, and my ears have been ringing, and my head kind of hurts a little bit. So,
If I
Oh.
didn't know you, I'd think you were clever.
I mean, I have a very I'm very intelligent. I have an 18 intelligence. I don't know.
I know.
Normally,
you know,
you're so dumb, Will, but
Yeah.
I'm almost convinced you're not.
I was
You know-
convinced you have more than 2 brain cells today.
Oh, no.
I know. I have 4.
I think in Soul's world, that's kind of a compliment. I know, probably not real world, it
No, I-
is not.
Oh, that
I mean,
is
as
salty.
like a
Yeah, I love
yeah.
it.
So that's why I appreciate it. So I'm not feeling my best. Okay, so we know that the military guy probably has more info that if we observe, we might be able to get more out of it. Okay, so that takes care of so far Kai, so far Malcolm, and then so far Soul.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Jones, do you got anything to add?
Well, Lucian wants an item that I came across on a expedition, the Heart of Nakarim. It's an inert gem, really, but it's meant to hold magic. I haven't for life been able to figure out how to charge it. He apparently knows, not willing to talk about what it is exactly. He wants it for a ritual of some kind.
Good
Ritual?
ritual.
That's what he said. Not willing to explain what it was.
Oh,
I
Oh, actually, I find
no
out
matter.
something that is interesting about why the magic doesn't work in the house, and I will tell them the story of how
Mhm.
how the father kind of like a family thing, and only members of the family can do magic,
Yep.
and no one else, and there is not really a way to stop it. And I will
Yeah.
explain that to
Right.
everyone, even though they
I think
probably
there is
know.
one way. It
Well,
may sound stupid, but one of us may have to become part of the family.
How can you
Beg
become part of the family?
No, I'm saying Sol. Try and marry one of the.
I
Try and marry one
I
of them.
don't listen.
As the youngest, you're
That's-
the most.
Tell that-
You're the
that's-
most. You're the bachelor.
That's very unhonorable of someone to just
It-
marry like
not
that,
only
I'm
that,
afraid.
but it's It's very antiquated. We're in the modern age, Malcolm.
I don't think that's what would you'd have to do to join
No.
a vampire family.
I imagine
Okay,
you have to
then.
let him.
Oh,
I have a better idea then.
Like,
what if we
bite
become
you, but-
vampires? Actually, that could be fun for a while.
Listen,
Okay, let's not.
I
It's
enjoy
not-
my
it's-
alcohol. I don't enjoy the blood.
Sir Saul, it's not. You don't just get to wake up one day and go, I don't want to be a vampire anymore. It's not for me. It's a you do or you don't sort of deal.
Oh,
Let's
it
be
does-
called vampires for the
like,
afternoon.
like marriage.
Oh,
like
is
marriage.
it for life?
Anyway.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yes.
more like a werewolf curse that you could just like take off or something.
I don't believe you know the werewolves either.
Speaking of, how's the
Speaking of-
rabies going, Will?
What do you mean?
No worries. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so
Okay.
sorry, Dr. Jones. I cut you off with my
Yeah,
immediate
sorry,
yes,
panic
Dr.
and
Jones.
despair.
I was
Um,
also somewhat confused myself. But yes, Lucian wants this gem for a ritual. Did not say what. I suggested trading it for the gem that we seek, and he implied he did not have it because he said he has his eyes on it.
okay, so
I'm
that
not
narrows
sure.
down that Lucian is probably not the target by that.
Alright. Will, what did you seem to shit
Right.
yourself when
Yeah. So it looks like Lady Montclair wasn't full of shit then, like I originally thought. Okay. So Lady Montclair has done business with the Lord of this state, and I had a conversation with her, gathering amongst her opinion on Alistair. You know, pretty much confirming Alara's beliefs that he is a very desperate individual to match his father, but he's weaker than his father, which makes it easier to control. Anyway, long story short, Alistair is meeting with the necromancer to discuss a ritual to possibly deal with Lucian, because he is concerned about Lucian's desperate attempt for power, and I'm guessing Alistair, being the head of the house now, he doesn't want to just be a face. He wants to actually rule, and Lucian would be in the way of that. So that necromancer and him would either create a ritual or prevent one. I'm not entirely sure. But that
Lucian
was
did
the
more
gist
or less
of-
confirm that. Yes,
Yeah.
he's talking
mean-
about not wanting to be the figurehead, but having the power.
We could be quite clever and actually put them against each other, and that way maybe they will trust us and confine the information to us.
I had a similar thought.
Like we could
How
say
does
that
get-
that he wants that one of the brothers is doing the ritual because we know that he wants to kill all of them, and it's very important. He wants to get all the items that your father left you. So it's important for us to know who's got who, so we can protect it. These kind of things, maybe, I don't know, and maybe we
No.
will bleach.
Sorry.
I'm actually a
alliance.
little bit surprised that she was so straightforward with me, because Miss Montclair,
Hmm.
she's very crafty, and I did have to tell her that Alara has the Locket of Whispered Secrets, which I'm not sure if she does. She might not. And, you know, I'm surprised that she didn't see through me. I actually was kind of touch and go with conversation with that
Hmm.
woman. So, long story short, we've learned a lot of info. If we had to cut it down, though, I don't think we've really learned enough to get anything definitive besides Lucian is probably not the one
That
we're
was-
looking for.
I was hot on this fucking trail and I missed it.
So look, it may not even be Alistair. It may be someone else. So let's narrow this down. So
if,
the next
if
thing that
Alistair's
we can
doing something dark, it may be good to have a relative on side if he
We
starts
could,
beating the shit out and going power crazy mad.
we could go and try to pretend, a couple of us to go and pretend to ally with the ritual, him, and find out why he's doing it, while the other
Well,
ones go
I
and
can-
tell the
I
other
can find
ones.
him.
I wouldn't recommend that, because how would we know about the ritual? This is something that he wants super secret. What we should do, if I had to take a guess, we know where Alistair and Lucian stand with each other with these conversations. We need to know where the other two stand. Then, if, say, Alara and Isabella want to side with Alistair, we should know to try to guess that they're going to be the ones most likely with the gem we're looking for, but that's just a guess. So I think, personally, we should either find Isabella or Alara and try to get more details from them again. And then there's also Dr. Ravencroft, which we haven't talked to, but I'm not sure how that's going to be helpful.
Sorry, I probably should have asked this sooner. Actually, Mark. With the items, can we imply that they've been given one and not like multiple? You're on mute.
Yeah, one of every child
Okay.
got one. So
Alright.
like basically one of
Okay.
them got this one. Like they are all
Yeah, okay.
separated. So we have
Right,
one,
okay.
2,
I-
3, and 4.
I'm tending to believe that Alistair may have the item.
For the second steps.
No, actually, I don't know whether he does. For the simple fact, I couldn't track him. I heard a group of people. There were 3 corridors. One with a group of people, one with 2 people, and then another with a single person. If he has the Amulet of Steps, he probably doesn't have the Ring of Water or Repulsion, so he probably doesn't have the gem.
But,
Is what my thinking is right now.
Sir Sol, you said Isabella did not have the Ring of Water Repulsion, so that rules her out. Lucian
Yeah,
only
that's correct.
implied he did not. Lucian only implied he did not have it, and the power of this gem would suggest that even if he told me something that was a lie, it would be as truth to me. So Lucian is not ruled out.
No, we can't rule out Lucian, but then again, they could all be lying, who knows?
Who can we rule out based on hard fact? Isabella is one.
I don't know.
Ilara, have we discovered anything that would rule her out from?
I did lie and say that she has the locket, but I don't know that for sure.
Don't
I know that
for
she does
sure.
like to listen in, but that's not to assume that she has it.
I see. So you've only ruled out one then, for certain. Possibly 2 if we include Lucian, but not for certain.
We've
If,
still got more people to speak to.
do you guys know, have you seen where the members of the family are? Maybe I could try the water trick with all of them if you guys want. Well, except obviously the one that is doing the ritual, but...
Well, we know that Isabella, the water trick won't work
Yeah,
because
so-
you already tried it.
Yeah, so everyone else, apart from her, I mean,
We could
Eliara and Lucian.
maybe
Study.
accidentally cause a scene, and one of us could accidentally walk into Ilara,
Actually,
spill a drink.
all right. So I can
There's also
get on that.
this other guest, this Dr. Percival. We could maybe speak to them.
I
scholar.
think Will
Historian.
is the most charismatic of us, I guess. Maybe Will, if you're okay with that. Should we do teams this time? Like maybe do a team of 2 and a team of 3, and kind of like do it like that way, or I don't know. What do you guys think?
I am curious to see what this ritual is exactly. Isabella and Lucian were arguing earlier. I got involved in their conversation. She didn't seem all that impressed or on board with what Lucian was saying broadly.
Well, if you have a rapport, why don't you and maybe Will mention this sort of ritual is going on? Maybe stir up some trouble between the family.
If you think it wise, I could go and talk to Isabella. I don't know if Mr. Albatross, you'd want to join me or to speak to somebody else or join in on Sir Sol's suggestions.
I
Suggested
was
plan.
gonna go back and talk to Lara, either that or I
Hmm.
could go and help you with Isabella if that's more productive.
Maybe
Not help. I
spread-
shouldn't say that. You can hold your own,
maybe we speak. We all have a task, and there's still 3 of you to follow through on Saul's
Uh-huh.
potential plan.
Yeah, I mean, do you think you two, if I chat to this Percival, maybe I can, one of my dead ancestors can remember something of note for him. But could you two maybe work up a drunken stupor? Maybe accidentally bump into some people?
Well, I can't really do that anymore.
I was talking to Kai and Sol.
Okay.
Yep, we could do that, Kai, right? It's easy.
Maybe just quite simply, Kai, you could be tying your shoes, and then Cisco, Sol, you could just fall on him.
Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, I don't have to fall, but I just have to pretend that I don't notice. I could be
That could just be the
distracted.
easiest way.
Yeah, something like
Kai,
that.
are you
and-
wearing shoes?
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I have, but you know, I could be have an itch in
Yeah.
Okay.
Scratch yourself, or I mean, you're not really wearing shoes, so you could pretend that you cut yourself, or well, something like that.
By the
Yeah.
way, if anyone needs a potential distraction after we've done doing this next round of talks, I could go and have a discussion with our card reader. I would not even need to try hard to kick up a fuss.
She's amazing. You should do it. She will tell you your future.
Kai, what exactly did she tell you would happen?
I will find out something about my hidden future tonight probably, or
So
soon.
I see. So she has told you the sum total of nothing.
That I will be hunted by a great hunter. Also, occasionally, in the future.
I mean, so
So now I can get prepared for it.
Of course, yes. It's not like you
Yeah,
live
I
a
mean-
dangerous life after all.
I mean, I am pretty pacifist, I don't
could-
have any enemies, so
that could quite literally mean you piss one of us off recently and you decide to run off while disguised as a bear. That could all but be.
that will never happen. This is real future. Like, this is a
Okay.
real prediction.
Okay. Either way, I think
I want to verbally destroy him, but we need to focus on the plan at hand.
I'm gonna try
Henry
and
will walk away.
I'm gonna try and gather some information from Percival.
Henry will go and find Isabella.
Sure.
Martin, that was
So we're
fucking
going
brilliant.
to the gala room to see Lara.
Yeah, to spill water on her.
Okay, so the two of you go to Alara.
We're still
and
going to get
Will.
thrown out of this party.
Sir Saul says, "Let's go find her and make her wet."
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sure.
He'll probably
Uh,
say
I
Then
can
that.
imagine.
final-
I can imagine Saul saying
Yeah.
that completely unironically and
Yeah.
very innocently, and
Like-
everyone looks at him like he's like, "What?
Kind of like a
That's what I'm going to do."
stern look. Yes, we'll look for her and make her wet. And kind of like a stern, kind of look to the
He has
side
no
for a
idea.
second.
If
Yeah.
that's even possible,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Fantastic. Let's go and get a couple of drinks, Kai. The biggest drinks they serve here.
You probably should get water, because that's what is protected.
Yeah, like water with fruits or mint or something like that, like something refreshing. All right.
Sure. Okay.
Will, what would you like to do? Well, the rest of all that.
Okay, so speaking as a player, so Andy, how confident do you feel in talking to Isabella?
Henry is very confident, but that means fuck all because you know that
Yeah.
it doesn't take much for him to go off on one at somebody. Like he was
You
very
know-
close. He was one bad roll away from having a pop at Lucian for insulting his intelligence.
You know what? I'm gonna go and be Dr. Jones's backup. Not like to overtake the conversation, but just to be like when we were talking to the dragon. That's what Will's gonna try to do.
Sure. In that case, yeah, Malcolm and then either Kai or Sol, or and either Kai, Will or Henry roll a d20.
I'll roll. Could we stop
Too
for 5
late.
minutes? I'm choking up.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
probably a good idea, actually.
We'll just get this roll out of the way and then.
Of course. 11.
So, roll.
Oh, as well? Really? Okay.
Yeah, or Kai, I
Yeah.
don't care which one of the
Okay.
two.
Do you want to roll, Martin? Shall I? For a change?
I already rolled. so
Okay,
you
perfect.
Yeah, Martin already rolled. You just need to roll the d20. Oh,
Alright. Wow, natural 20.
oh look,
yeah.
nat 20.
That's something good,
In
right?
that case, we will go to Alara first, then Isabel, and then Pierceful. But first, we will go to a break.
Okay. Yay.
So the 5 of you will go to the lunch somewhere in the castle. They have these bean bags that you sit in. We will sit there for 50 minutes or so. So stay tuned. Afterwards, we will go back to the vampire family. Be right back.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And welcome back, everyone. So, we go back from the lounge back to the castle, and you guys decided to split up. First, we have a Kai and a Sol, who rolled a net 20, who go to meet Elara. She's currently in the gala room, where some furnitures now have been placed around. More of those beanbags on the floor and a few comfortable couches, basically all very low to the ground. Some other people have gathered. She's sitting on a couch right now, and the two places to the left and the right of her are sadly taken at the moment. But you could sit around the circle if you like.
Okay.
She will introduce that she is planning to organize a few games and such.
Okay.
Malcolm does a mad ginger.
Okay. And at this point, Kai and I had the drinks, right? Already.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll kind of like try to assess on the room, looking at Kai. Kind of. Malcolm is with us too, right? Or it's just me and Kai?
No.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Oh, it's
I
just
just,
okay.
the two of you
I
guys.
just made a
Alright.
stupid comment.
No, I got it, but I wasn't sure. I just thought, okay. So I will kind of whisper to Kai, okay, so she's there. Maybe we should get close, and then as we planned, when we are really close, I'll just trip on you. Actually, are you?
Can we
are
go
you
behind
good
her?
Are you good at lying though? Because I'm a terrible liar, like really bad though. Like
We're
when I
not lying. We're just having an accident.
yeah, but you know, she asks like, "Oh, what happened?" We're gonna have to lie, and if I'm really bad
No, well,
at
you could tell
lying,
the truth. We said, "Oh, we spilled water on you. I'm sorry," and that's it.
yeah.
I also want to clarify that, by the way, how it's seated, I will just kind of draw it. Basically, you have the room right.
Okay.
You guys come from in here, and there are people basically sitting around. She's sitting right here. Like, this
We
is
can't go really
taken, this
behind.
is taken, but yeah, there are seats like over here, right?
So we have to go right in the middle and do it like in front of her.
Wow, that's so
But if you
dodgy.
do that, it looks extremely suspicious, because why would you walk into the middle while there are seats, you know, right
Spin the
over
bottle.
here?
Suggest spin the bottle.
Oh, you know
Like,
what,
I
Kai?
think we might.
We
we
can
might.
get a bottle of champagne. And I'm kind of stupidly opening like one of those situations that the bubbles go everywhere and splash everyone. Will that
I'm
work?
not sure, but it's not. I think it's specific for water, maybe.
That's not water. What about sparkling water? Is this a thing in the world? Sparkling water. God.
What would you have like?
God.
I look up.
Okay, first off,
Cisco looking up. God, like
Is it sparkling
first
water?
off, how
Out
how
of
the
nowhere,
hell?
the roof opens up. You see the biggest rain cloud you've ever seen in your life emerge. No.
Yeah.
God, I want sharp
oh my
water.
god.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah.
Okay, how does sparkling water exist in a world where TV static doesn't exist?
I
I
mean,
mean,
Okay.
I think
yes,
If
then
static
Wait,
exists.
how does it
fermentation.
leave?
Yeah.
we just have to wait until we get up. So we just have to sit here, listen to the rules of the games, and then when we play the games, we can do that. We can
Okay.
maybe.
All right. Yes, that sounds pretty good.
So we will just sit and listen, and then you can go to some other people. Well.
All
until-
right. I will
Okay.
also in the meantime as well. I'll just do an experiment. I will think of Kitiara appearing, but I will think her appearing inside my ropes for a second, and I'll click my
This
fingers.
is not the time nor the place.
No, it is
So-
very important. Just wait. Come on. She will be very helpful. And I will kind of click my fingers.
You're
for her
supposed to do this in
appear
your own time.
inside my.
But yeah, no, she won't even appear.
She won't,
like,
yeah,
it just
okay.
gets cancelled. You don't have
okay,
like
okay.
any connection whatsoever.
All right. All right. It doesn't work, I. Not just saying.
And, you know,
Kitiara is
sometimes
not available.
performance is impaired when you are under stress, so
All
it's
right.
fine.
So.
Let's just sit down.
All right. Perfect. Let's do it. I'll just kind of. Do you
Listen
want me to
the
hold your
rules of
hand,
games.
Kai? I'll just say.
No.
You're feeling okay,
What-
right? I
what?
don't know, because people might assume you are my child or something. I just like, I don't know.
What? I'm obviously an adult. No. Look at my
Alright,
clothes.
okay, perfect. All right, yeah, let's go then. And I'll just-
Only adults are allowed to wear top hats.
I know. I
That's
saw
the
your
law.
outfit is so cute. Actually, it looks so cute. The picture.
Yeah, it's a reminder.
All right. Oh yes, please.
Do you want this to be your token, by the way, Martin?
Oh, I think he's so much
Only
better.
for-
Actually, you should
Sure.
totally change it, man. It's so
no.
cute. It's the cutest thing ever. Yeah. All right.
I discovered clothes.
Yep. I will. I assume we both go, and when we get close, I'll say, "Do you want to speak and kind of introduce ourselves, or shall I, or we both do?"
You can do it, and then we can sit and just wait for the games.
All right. Fantastic. All right. So I'll just get close, and when we are close to the table, I'll say, "Room for two more, my lords." And look to the lady, my lady.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Okay. Back to the map. I had to Ctrl Z everything.
I really like that game,
It's Skype.
madam. That's a beautiful drawing, madam. Oh, okay.
Oh, this is the seats. Remember?
yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, it's good.
So basically, yeah, you can just take any of the
Any
of
of
the free seats.
three
Basically,
seats,
yeah. Like this.
So she's where though? Here? That's
She's
her?
the
In the
dot.
middle.
She's the dot.
She's the dot. Okay. So, all right. So I guess, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
As it is.
No space.
You choose,
Make
Make
Kai.
a yellow for a target.
I'll do this kind
I'll
of
go
awkward
here.
thing that yeah, okay, perfect. So we go there. I'll just kind of see, and I will sit next to Kai there.
Works
Here.
as well. Yep.
I mean, she is technically sitting
No.
down, so I guess it works in the picture.
Yeah, I'll put my token there actually. Yeah, and I will sit.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna sit there, Kai? I
Yeah.
thought, all right, perfect. I know.
I just played you. Just,
Yeah.
yeah. Sure. Just put
Yeah.
your token wherever you like. Doesn't really
Yeah,
matter. But
will it
it's
be
for
awkward?
context.
Yeah, I guess if we sit opposite each other, that's a better way, actually, Kai. So that way we can both talk to her, and then when one is talking, maybe it's just easier to kind of like spill water on her. I don't know. All right. Yeah.
I think you guys are too focused on the spinning water on her
I
part.
Yeah,
know.
we're just like holding this glass of water, not drinking it.
Yeah, like it's full. Yeah. Okay.
But okay. We were just
Ow.
talking about some of the games. Apparently, Mr. The person on the left of me,
Uh-huh.
his name not important, just made up. Apparently, he's a pronounced poet. We thought maybe he just shared a piece of his, and we were playing a game of whoever gets the best
Oh.
piece wins. I don't know if any of you are poets.
Oh, well, coincidentally,
Oh,
I am
no.
a rather renowned poet, I will say, actually. I haven't published anything yet, but I'm thinking of doing it in the
Okay.
future. I'll kind of like boast myself, like, you know, like regally make myself look bigger.
I just there's a nope. I'm done. Bye. See you later.
Martin, if you like, you could join any other of the players if you prefer. You can leave now. This is your only chance.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Saul turns around and goes, "Wait a minute. Where's Kai?"
But okay.
No, I guess I'll stay. Just
Okay.
Kai, you gotta be more
somebody has to
support.
lose. Somebody. someone has to-
Keep in mind you have to roll a lot of intelligence saving throws, so keep them ready.
Oh my god.
She will just. That sounds amazing. Then, if you like, share one of your pieces with us.
Yes, of course. Have you heard of a place? Yes, it's very theming, you see. There is a place that my mother talked about in the Shadow Realms. Do you know what the Shadow Realm is? Shadowfell?
Heard about it. Never a big interest of mine. But continue.
Alright, there is this place called Ravenloft. Seems to be a dark place where creatures more tend to darkness and chaotic and less lawful, let's say, perhaps love ever so much, and is ruled by a vampire ruler. This place is called Barovia, and this story that my mom told me about the place inspired this poem. It goes as follows. In mist and shadows of this accursed land, despair and death are ruled by one Lord's hand. The devil dies and lives again, his rage foretold to endeth men. Under blood-red moon below so soft, as darkness falls from Castle Ravenloft. So, just look at the room.
Make a performance check, but with advantage.
Yay! Okay.
Ooh.
Amazing. Yes, okay.
Kai, make an intelligence saving throw. DC. No, just kidding.
Oh wow, look, that's very impressive actually.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a
baby.
pretty
Aha.
good job. Both her and the guy at the left of her, who apparently is a poet, seem quite impressed by your abilities to
Oh, thank you.
poet. I don't know what is the
Oh.
term of doing a poetry? Are you then poeting?
Recital, a performance, an
Yes,
oration. He's an
yeah.
auditor.
There's
Uh-huh.
one specific word just for poetry, right? It's
Yeah, from
Just to make
my
sure.
yeah, actually that's a very good one. Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
A
Andrew,
recital.
yeah,
Joey,
probably a recital of
Luke,
poets.
come on. I'm not sure if you guys know. You're English. Come on, you should know this thing. All right, cool.
I just threw out several words for
no,
you.
No, it's true. it's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Yeah, but
And did you call me English?
Well,
You're Scottish, you don't count as English.
Oh,
yes,
you speak
Scottish.
Scottish.
Yeah. I don't know.
Henry will
Same
break
islands.
through the barrier of this anti-magic field and banish Saul for that. He'll never come back.
Hmm.
And I'm American, I'm not English. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess I think it sounds good to say I'm quite admired by your ability to create poems or poetry. I guess, right? I don't know.
I mean, even just performance would be good. Like
Yeah,
your
performance,
To
yeah,
say a
because-
poem is a performance.
your
like, by your
performance, like-
performance.
Mhm.
I would say so. Yeah.
Your narrative performance, I guess, or something like that. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. I will be delighted to hear your pieces too. Actually, gentlemen, I'll look to the one next to me. I look at Kai for a second. I kind of discreetly scratch my arm, rip a hair off, and kind of like put it next to Kai, kind of like a tiny hair, and Kai knows already what that means, and I want to try to see if I can telepathically speak to him for a second if he picks it up.
Sure.
I'm not picking up just hair.
Come on, just do it.
I'm not-
It, at least you don't
How
have to
about
pick it
this?
up. Just
No.
touch it with your finger. Damn it,
But I'm
Kai. I'll blow. So it sticks on Kai.
Make an acrobatics check, Kai.
Yes.
as well.
This is like a Laurel and Hardy
Yeah.
sketch. Just
Still hair flying in slow motion for a second. Ginger hair.
wait. It's the Three
What you
Stooges, but
touch?
the big joke is there's only two of them.
Yeah. Well, damn it, Kai, you're too good.
Okay, sure.
As-
Then I will
as-
guess I have to make
Actually, you know what? As Kai kind of like reacts and moves suddenly, I go like, "Oh my god, what is that? Like, what is an insect?" And I will push my glass as far as I can with my elbow towards the vampire woman. As I stand
Sure.
up from my seat, like, "Oh!" Kind of like if I'm scared of
Feet
something
away.
in the area.
I guess make an unarmed attack.
Yo, oh nice. Okay, cool. I use my dex
Basically.
because I'm a dex person, you know. And
Yeah,
I'm-
just an unarmed attack, like
Okay.
just an improvised weapon or something like
Damn
that.
it.
It's,
Nice, okay. An arm strike, okay, perfect. Alright, okay. Damn it, I should have saved I should have saved the fucking inspiration. Okay, cool. Come on.
I mean, you're getting to roll this off your dex, which is
Oh wow, look at that. Bitch, 19 on the die. But 18, yep. Plus 2, 4, 22. She's getting splashed.
That's pretty good. Yeah, as it happens, she will get soaked into water as she will get hit by this. She will try to cast shield as that happens, but it happens so hard, you throw it way too hard. It will shatter through her shield, actually, even.
Jesus Christ.
It's
hard water.
No, yeah, it also make a deception check, I guess, in order to, because of what you said, like, oh no shit, what was that? Because
Could I look at Kai in desperation to kind of like ask him to say something to kind of help the situation too? Ask before I even
That's
say
good.
anything.
I will just say, that's disgusting!
Guys,
Wow.
I may have just remembered a flaw, and I may have just remembered a flaw of the getting all the vampires wet plan.
Yeah, okay.
Is that this does count as acid damage towards them? I
It's
may have
not
forgot-
running. It's
Let's
not
hope
I
running
mentioned
water.
that.
That doesn't count. It's just
Okay.
water.
It's. I don't think it's meant to do damage. I think it's just meant to be awkward and be like, ew.
Yeah,
You know, that's it.
yeah. It'd
Or
have to
not
be like
awkward, and then we'll be
it'd
like.
have to be it'd have to be in a river that's
Hmm.
running water.
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
does a shower count as running water?
Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't
I would
spilling
just
not
stand up
be
and
considered a shower?
Well,
Nah.
But,
Splash.
but that was.
Okay.
Do you see the insect? That was spooked me. I think you misunderstood the whole thing. Damn it, that was a really bad
Just roll
deception.
the deception with advantage, yeah.
Oh, with
That's it, because
advantage,
Kai
I think, Scott. Okay.
Sure, because Sky said
Wow.
something.
You look up, thank you, God.
Well, it's really bad
Was
too.
better.
Fuck. That is so bad.
Well, after she got soaked by water, she will cast a
Prestige.
spell that
Prestige, that dries her.
Prestidigitation, yeah, okay.
get water immediately off her. What are you doing, imbecile?
I'm sorry.
I'll just say,
Yeah.
It was an accident. I just got spooked. It's since the war, you know, like my friends know I just hit my head so hard sometimes I just have impulses and see things for a second. My apologies.
you just want to stop the competition before I do my poem. That's what you try to do, aren't you?
Yes, I let me help you clean. Like I do this awkward thing you see in the movies. I get a cloth and kind of start patting her.
He's already dry from the prestidigitation, but
Actually,
sure.
yeah. I mean, I guess so. Just for performance.
You probably will
you
stop
know.
after you realize.
Yeah, I'll dry the
that's-
table, you know, and stuff like around her, like so she can put her elbows on the table. Oh, I'm sorry, madam. I guess this is really awkward. Kai, I think we should leave.
But I haven't done my.
Sure, look, do the poem first. I'll kind of do like this without kind of fatherly voice, like like when you said to the kid, "Come on, do the poem," and then we go, kind of thing, you know. All right, I'll. Okay, and I'll wait awkwardly. Yeah, I'll actually sit down just for so I don't.
It's a really short poem. It's just a haiku.
All right.
Silent sentinels, grove's ancient Herbert whispers, mystery abides.
Oh wow!
That's it.
I'll clap. Oh, that's fantastic! Wow, impressive guy as well. I look at the other two.
The other three still are kind of looking at you. Yeah, they're like,
Yeah,
what the
they're
fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
But
Because we
mostly
leave.
towards you, so not to Kai.
Yeah.
Kai, it was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll kind of pick up the rest of whatever water is in the glass if there's anything left, and I'll take it as well. Awkwardly.
Sure, you take probably less than half a sip of water
Yep.
in the glass.
Excuse me.
Okay, and you get out.
Yep. Let's go. I'll just kind of like whisper to Kai as we're walking.
But did we win? No, like.
I think that was impressive. Your poem was fantastic. Mine was, well, you saw it, you heard it, and she got spilled with water, and we know everything. So, well done, Kai. That was amazing. I'll kind of like give Kai like a little pat on the shoulder, nicely. Well done. So let's find one more, I guess. Find Lucian next.
After you say that, we will go to the dinner room where Henry and Will just arrived. Currently, most of the guests are not in the dining room anymore, or they are probably in some other area, like from before, where they smoke behind a fireplace or something. But she's still in the dining room. She's basically helping the servants, cleaning things up and being useful.
Oh. On the way there, Henry turns to Will and is like, I wonder how the two are getting on.
Oh, I imagine not well, but then again, I can't imagine it's easiest as the youngest to have to be stuck with cleanup duty.
Anyway.
I'll follow your lead.
Lady Isabel.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you again. This is my friend and colleague, William. I just was wondering if you'd like to could continue our conversation from earlier.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi. Pleasure. Isabel. She shakes your hand.
Yep.
I couldn't help but notice there was a bit of possibly brotherly, sisterly tension or an argument earlier with your brother Lucian. I was just curious. I'm being a nosy individual. Hope you don't mind.
Well, it's fine. All of my siblings are always complaining with me about the others. It's basically what they do. Yep. So, what did you say?
I can't imagine it's easy being the youngest in a family such as this, and also, I am sorry about the loss of your father.
Oh, thank you. Sometimes they all forget that we're still family and have to work together as one instead of, becoming the one of the family, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, power can be very alluring, fortunately. Brings out the worst in all of us.
You could say that, yes.
Is that why you seem to broadly disagree with Lucian about his goals? You seem to imply that your other siblings also disagreed with him.
Well, to be honest, all three of them disagree with each other, and to be quite frankly, I disagree with all of them as well. Once again, they forget that we are one family and have to work as one together instead of all trying to become as powerful for themselves and their own plans, sadly. I wish we would speak more openly together all about, but...
The many in unison overpower the one in solitude. Phrase I heard somewhere.
Sounds interesting.
It might interest you to know, Lady Isabella, that Lucia and I had an interesting conversation earlier. He's come to me with a proposal for an item that I put on an exhibit in my museum.
Is that so?
Indeed, the heart of Neckarim.
Sounds very old. Typical
It's,
Lucian.
It is indeed a very old item. Supposedly magical in nature, but also completely inert. I have not been able to fathom how to charge it. Your brother seems to believe that he does know how to charge it, which I find fascinating. I would love to see how this works, but he has yet to make a solid offer for an exchange for it. I was just wondering if even for a ritual he was talking about, but I don't suppose you know anything about that, do you?
Not really my interest. Never really was one to study like Lucian. He was always the one uncovering old books and old rituals were his main interest. So that's probably where he get at it from.
Yeah, possibly. He wasn't willing to tell me what the ritual was, and given his open desires to acquire power for its own sake, does that not concern you?
Well, that's the main concern about assembly. Everyone wants to be the one in charge. Everything was fine when father was in charge because, well, we all knew we couldn't stand up to him, and everyone stayed put in their little circle of power. But since the seat is now remained open, they are all trying to hunt for it, and I dislike the idea of us splitting apart somehow if one takes the seat and the other can't.
What happened to your father exactly? From what I understand of vampirism, it's somewhat permanent.
He ran too fast in the hallway and he slipped. And
Can I insight that?
no, it's to talk about everyone knows basically. It's true. You don't have to.
Fucking hell, Mark.
Okay, well,
Of
so
course, he has to die in
had-
a silly, stupid way.
So
It doesn't
Your
have a
father-
deeper meaning.
It fell on a
So
wooden spike they left on the floor.
Yeah,
Or-
the
or
stair
just
was
like-
on construction, and he just fell.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like one of
Oh
those
my
scenes from a
God.
comedy horror, he falls and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
stick kind of the tile from the floor kind of like goes up and goes through his heart, kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It was a
Very-
broken wooden banister on the stairs, and he fell on it. It was like, oh, that
Yeah.
was stupid.
Yeah. yeah.
Very Leslie Nielsen sort of stuff.
So
What happens in the
oh,
shower
that-
or whatever.
that must have been a very traumatic way to lose someone. Exactly, your father how did he sire you, if you don't mind me asking?
give me one moment. I'm trying to make AI out of this.
Wow, okay.
the stair
Yeah, no
thing.
problem. Is it gonna be of a guy like impaled on like an unfinished set of stairs? Is that it? Is
I
it
have
gonna be
no
like-
idea. I'm not even sure if ChatGPT
Oh,
allows me to do it.
I
So
hope
please
there is a
repeat the
horse.
sentence you just
I
said.
hope there is a horse
so,
there somehow.
It's basically just gonna
Why
be.
would there
Oh,
be
that,
Just be
that sounds
watching like a
incredible.
creeping horse. I don't know why.
This is basically gonna be like, oh, so that sounds very traumatic to find your caregiver in such a way, but how did he sire you, if you don't mind me asking?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, to become a vampire, to my very limited understanding, you have to be basically bitten and turned, correct?
I always assumed just if a vampire mother and father make a baby, the vampire it will come out as a
It's like a
vampire. I also
race.
assumed that, so
Like a species.
I'll
there's
just
a
roll
bit
with
of-
that.
There's
think
a
it's
bit of contention about that. There,
In
like
this
some
universe, it
I
works
mean,
like
it's
that.
your
Okay.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
to make it
I'll be
easy. I
like-
always thought that would
I'm
make
like-
sense, right? Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Hmm.
sure, but fair enough. I've watched too many dramas for my own liking.
Yep.
Too many dramatic
Born a
plays.
vampire. A pure-blooded vampire, according to the Blade 2 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are
Oh,
consist-
wow.
conflicting stories.
Okay, let's have
conflicting
a
stuff.
look
Oh
at
my.
that.
Oh wow.
Oh no, I didn't want to
Yeah,
see it.
I
1
saw
second,
it.
wait.
It's-
A
Oh,
very
that is
dramatic way to go out.
Yeah.
that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
Yes,
that
please,
should be the
Mark. Yeah,
thumbnail.
that should be the thumbnail, please, Mark. Make it happen.
So,
That's
I
so
see.
good.
Well, you mentioned that, with your family, it seems to me like you still have some affection for them deep down, despite any disagreements that you have. What would it look like if you were all four united? Like, would you want power? Was there one of the three who you would trust to actually lead the house? Just like a picture, if you will.
At the moment, I trust none of them to hold the power of the house because I know they will abuse it. So
So a third party then?
I prefer if the seat remains untaken until we have resolved our issues together, where we are working as a united front instead of divided.
It kind of reminds me of back in the Terranian Republic. We used to have these groups of people. They have businesses, and there's an antiquated method of like, you'd be the president, you'd be the CMO, and the CEO. But recently, I've been hearing of people creating what's called boards, which is a whole group in charge, and them having votes along with other voters and third parties that are outside of their respective domain to balance the shift. Is that
We are
something that
not a startup company, we are a vampire family, but I appreciate your thought.
I mean, it's one solution. Very elegant one, but it's certainly better than the possibility of, I don't know, trying to listen in on other people or trying to sabotage each other in a way, because you would all have buy-in into whatever happens in the house.
I prefer if he just remains under the four of us.
Fair
If-
enough.
Hypothetically, if one of your siblings was to enact some kind of plan that threatens your unity or the balance of power between you all, what would you do about that if you knew something was going to happen?
Make a roll, but I don't know what because I want to insight you on this.
It's a genuine question.
But you will ask this question with the intent that you know something, right? So
it's that ritual thing because like he's putting
and
two
she's
and two
trying
together.
to incite that.
Would it be a persuasion then?
Yeah, persuasion.
I'm
then I
thinking
guess.
persuasion. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
it's like
Make a
would you
persuasion.
would you please tell me sort of thing.
Yeah,
And I would
persuasion
say-
it is then.
Things like that can be very important to think about. And Dr. Jones here, he's a very well done, experienced academic. I don't know, that's a shitty attempt at giving a bardic inspiration.
Sure.
A bardic
okay.
inspiration. Okay,
Yeah.
let's give this a go then. Hiya!
Hot damn.
Tell me
You don't need it.
everything.
Never mind, you don't need it. Unless
Are
you
you
want
sure?
the D6.
I'll save it just now, just in case we got it for 10 minutes. Right, it's a natural 20.
I will say this only once as a nice DM. Are you sure?
Oh.
Are you-
Just use the D6, dude. Just
You know
use
what?
it.
I will. I
Hey,
will then.
I got
I-
plenty of bardic inspirations to give. It's
I was
fine.
about to not do it, and then I said, no, I sense I made a mistake here. 2.
Oh well, fuck. All right.
Well, it's better because she has apparently +4 and I rolled a 17, so I would have beaten you otherwise, even though. You have a
Okay,
20.
yeah.
So it's good. It's good. She doesn't read that, so she will just act normally back. Well, that would indeed. That would indeed, be bad for my plans, I guess. Don't know how to phrase back correctly.
You know what? And he'll put his hand down like a little bit of a tap on the table. Cards on the table here. Isabella, you do not strike me as someone that appreciates bullshit or all this secret shenanigans. You strike me as someone who's a bit more straightforward than that. Would I be relatively accurate in that?
You're correct.
I'm going to be honest. I think your brothers, Alistair and Lucian, are going to want to kill each other in some way, and it would be in your best interest to help us figure out how to prevent them from doing that.
And I think this ritual that Lucian mentioned has something to do with it.
I would like to hear more first. Explain, please.
Look, power, it's all consuming. And leaving it in a vacuum is just going to make it spread no matter what. Now, your brother Lucian, that's no secret that he does want any form of power, whether that's being the face or being the controller of whoever's in charge. And Alistair, I didn't know your father personally, that's fair. But from what I can see of your brother and his demeanor and his conversations that I had with him, he wants to be a lot like your father, and again, it strikes me that your father was a very powerful man. These are two butting heads, conflicting personalities that someone is going to have to bend either, and it looks like this instead of this all the time. But neither wants to do this. So my main point to you, Isabella, and why I'm telling you all this is just, do you possibly know anything about the ritual that Lucian wants to do, that he wants my colleague's item for so badly?
I understand what you're saying, but I doubt that they are immediately planning on killing each other. I know that they're trying to make power plays against each other in order to assert their dominance in the family, but I highly doubt they're planning on trying to actually kill each other. I appreciate your concern, but...
So let me get this straight. You know two individuals that completely want power, and they're the type to just sit aside, because that's what people who lose power do. They just say, oh, that's fine. That's how it is. That
Maybe
doesn't
not.
have strike you as concerning?
It might not be violence or killing that might be the intent, but simply shunting someone out of the picture.
Which it might as well be one and the same in these higher circles. If you're out, you're out. To some people. And they strike me as those people.
They are.
I'm
But-
telling you this, Isabella, because I have a feeling that you genuinely care about them, and that there's a hint of some kind of decency in you. So, I've dealt with a lot of personalities. I just think that sometimes it should be rewarded if you try to be decent in a world that doesn't reward it so much.
Wow, that's...
Full cards on the table.
I highly appreciate what you're telling me. You've given me a lot to think about and probably speak about to my two brothers.
And if nothing else, just, I guess, keep an eye on whichever one you feel is the most dangerous to not just you, but to your sister Alara and everybody else.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
My lady.
Damn,
And
taking the
unless-
high road for once.
I know Will doesn't do that very often.
Well, taken point of inspiration for that. That's kind of...
Thank you.
yeah.
It's a risky
Didn't
play.
expect it to happen.
It's a very risky play, if I'm being honest. Very.
Like, I don't see
Because-
the angle of how you profit from that, but
That was
sure.
so good. That was
The
so good,
angle-
actually. Very, very nice.
It's a good thing
The
Will
angle
was
of
there.
profiting from that is
Very
just
cool.
hopefully she does something that disrupts whatever they're doing, but of her own inclination. But even then, that's not much of a profit per se. That's more of
Yeah, I don't
a
see how it
gamble.
helps you. That's the point, right? That's the... yeah. But still,
But
fine.
anyway, and then as I guess, unless Dr. Jones wanted to say something, I guess it's just, so.
No,
I guess
no,
as
no.
they're leaving, Will just say that was a very risky attempt at appealing to emotions of the other person. I don't do that, and my head won't stop fucking ringing.
Can I do a medicine check or an insight check on Will? Would you?
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that if you want to.
Properly multiple?
Yeah, I mean, either one. I mean, you're a very academic guy, so you know that sorcerers, I imagine in Mark's world, I know they aren't D&D, they're kind of weird, no matter where they come from. And you can just gauge, and you, as you said before, that Will's bloodline kind of comes from Mechanicus and Order and all of that. So you get the feeling from Will that what he's describing isn't exactly like a set condition per se, but having magic as a sorcerer is a very chaotic combination of things that's hard to calm down, and that depressants like alcohol or literal depression play a role into that.
So he's literally alcohol for him is the downer. He needs to sort of keep himself somewhat level. So now he's kind of like he's about to go. So it's oh, okay. He's like, look at me. Goes,
You also get a feeling that's why that he's able, his magic itself is why he's able to consume the literal inhuman amounts and still have an intact liver and still have intact organs.
Mr. Albatross, I'm not sure if staying sober for the next 2 days is going to be a good thing for you.
Yeah, I would be inclined to disagree very heavily. But, okay, I'm just going to keep my head focused on what's going on. What we know is Isabella's personality is very different compared to the other three, and two brothers that might have conflicting opinions. Okay.
So, no, I didn't learn anything new from Isabella, but
No, and hopefully, best case scenario is we push her to do something, but that's even just a gamble in of itself.
potentially, if there's something public happens, then whoever possesses the gem will be forced to use it.
True. Well, I'd rather hear about what the others are doing, so take a short walk to them.
When
Yes,
our
you walk.
business is
Oh.
done here, Mr. Albatross, I would like to share with you a few things I understand about those of your ilk.
I appreciate that very much.
Oh, good.
Then
We're
we
done.
will go to the rest. Malcolm meeting
Yes.
Dr. Percival Ravenscroft. Once again, an older gentleman with trimmed beard, basically very spectacled in a tailored suit, carrying a letter-bonded notebook around. Seems pretty, official as well.
I'll walk up to him and say, "Are you done anything of note recently?"
Excuse me?
I've been told that I'm not much of a party goer, but I've been told the right people to speak to for intellectual conversation are you all.
Henry sneezes.
Well, in that case, I could say you were right. What's your name, sir?
The name is Gene Hunt.
Gene Hunt. Sure.
Yes,
Another name to add it to the list.
I've used this name before.
He's used it before,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, when we
yep,
were
Gene
talking to that monster guild, I think a while back.
Wow, good memory. Good
Yeah,
memory.
I
I
remember
thought
you
it was
did.
Bean. Like,
No, that's
I've
what he
used
used with.
I've used Beam with
after
Henry.
Yeah.
there are
Gene
more.
Hunt.
Sure.
Yes.
Like that was way back, like in like the first
Yeah.
like.
It was one of the
15
first, yeah, I
episodes?
remember. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yep. Oh, greetings. Would you mind for a drink or anything then? See you.
No, I have to stay sober. I'm driving the carriage home tonight,
Oh,
and
yeah.
turns out I can't survive a car crash again. Either way, that was a weird statement. I won't make that again. But yes, I was told you're all the actual intellectuals of the party. Very strange group we've been invited to. I happened to just be around in the area when I got the invite, but sadly I was just here by chance. Do you happen to know them all well?
You mean the family or?
Yes, the family.
Yeah, he was very good friends with the father who sadly died.
Yes, I heard about a tragic slip.
Yeah, it could happen to any of us. It's scary.
Yes, I mean,
They kill people every year. You know that, right, Stairs? It's
yeah, I've heard.
diabolical. Oh,
Yeah, I lost an uncle to some stairs.
it sucks to hear, man.
Yes, it was a strange time. I will say, if you're a powerful flying creature of the night, you should probably be doing that when you've got construction going on. But hey, that's not for me to say.
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. But if you
Rookie
don't mind, I
mistake.
prefer to speak about something else then.
Yes.
It's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, no, that is yes, that's very very macabre of me. I'm sorry about that. God, what else can we speak about? I mean, there's been a lot of strange things going on at this party. I know Alara seems to be able to hit everything that's going on recently. It's very concerning. I was planning an event for her earlier, and she may have slipped like she already knows. And I was a good halfway across the room after mentioning it, and I was trying to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah, she's a tricky one.
It's very strange. Have you noticed anything weird about them?
About all of the children?
Just more than usual. It's been a while since I've let's say eloped with them. Let's say that.
Well, they
Is
have
this-
always been strange children, from my perspective. Like, I've seen two of them literally grow up from youngsters to the adults that they are now, so... But of recently, well, they have all been more on edge, I would say, in the past few days after father died. All seem more, busy, probably have a lot of work to do now. Father is away, they probably have to take a lot over.
Mhm. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, obviously they have to deal with so much, but I'm surprised they're doing it all themselves and not breaking at the seams. As I said, when my uncle passed, we all kind of didn't speak to each other for years. So I'm surprised that they're all managing so well.
Well, not at stake, but yeah, they
Very
all
much so.
like their father a lot, but vampires are not ones to show emotion, am I right?
No. But yes, I've had some strange things. I know Lucian's been rather odd recently. He may have mentioned he's a bit angry at Elsa about one of his guests. I don't know if you're aware of anything the person Elsa's been speaking to most of the night. I mean, this entire party's for all of them, and he's barely spent the word. That would be aggravating, wouldn't it? Has Elsa spoken to you at all?
We had a short conversation. I arrived a bit earlier than most guests, so
You arrived early, yet he's only spoken to you briefly. I'd say it as an insult, but that's not for me to decide.
unless there's always been like that, sadly.
Maybe see how he's doing. Maybe just I don't know.
He probably has
Make
a
sure
lot
he's
of,
okay.
to plan, since he's kind of running the house right now.
Yeah. Would you say he's the family favorite?
Yes. Out of most of the guests, we all assume that he's going to take this throne and be in charge of the family's decisions and such.
Yes. Well, I need to I do need to go off and make some light conversations with other people. It's been an interesting talk with you, actually.
Likewise.
And yes, if you ever need help with or ever need a test subject, I know some people who are willing to get hit a lot.
Weird way to end the conversation, but sure.
I try my best to. It's always memorable. You'll never forget me. And I teleport away.
Today.
Actual
I'll be real.
teleportation.
No, I just kind of walk off.
Smoke bomb and walks away.
Yeah, smoke
Like a
bomb.
teleporting
You
sound.
just shout. You just shout. You shout smoke bomb, poof, and do this with your fingers, and leave.
Oh, once again, the gang all back together. Discuss if you like.
Okay, so
I
Elsa
was
may be
mute.
the favorite and may just have the ring, and I may have just been a shit tracker to this morning.
Well, and unfortunately, we didn't learn much. Me and Dr. Jones. I did try to play a bit of the empathy card with Isabella, which I'm hoping that'll have some payoff, but at the very least, it probably won't. But to summarize, she does share that a lot of the three are power hungry, and that she doesn't like it, and that she would prefer just to have the spot be vacant, or in some way of all four of them could work together, but she realizes that it's not
Possible,
very
right.
feasible.
So she may be a lost cause.
Well, she's got a very different personality compared to the other three.
Could she be adopted?
Well, no, I asked her that, and apparently it was when when a vampire daddy and a vampire.
Yes,
What was it, Mark? You said when they do the thing, she's a natural born, from what I gathered
Right.
from her.
Right, interesting. Well, that's certainly how you do it in multiple different species. Either way, any indication whether we cannot decide whether she has the gem or not.
Well,
doesn't.
we already got water on her, so she
Yeah.
doesn't have the gem. But what
Speaking
we
of-
can gather is that if things are to go south, she might just stay out of it entirely.
Right. So only 3 we need to be up. Okay. Soulcar, did you have a much?
I look towards Sky.
We know that Elara likes poetry
Yes,
Right.
we
and
rather-
games.
Yes.
Anything useful?
Well, we regale
see that
her
way.
with our sensational poems, didn't we, Kai?
You have sensational poems?
Yes, of course. You just don't appreciate
Mm.
art because, you're not that kind of person. You're more like athletically oriented.
She got wet.
I
She got
guess.
wet. She got really
Yes.
wet. She got really wet, and
She got wet. Okay,
Yeah.
so we know she doesn't have the gem.
Yeah.
God,
Yes.
you
So
were
it's
gone
either-
for 10 minutes. What did you do to her?
We doused it with water, actually, literally. It was quite magnificent.
Oh,
Right, so you didn't make her wet.
Well, we
totally did. Yeah,
Yes,
did
we
really
I mean,
wet.
technically
She
they did.
was,
Yeah, when you have water
Malcolm,
spilled on
Malcolm,
you,
I think your implications should be saved for later when you can explain it to them, so we
I'm
can
not-
rule out
I'm-
Alara.
I'm not explaining it to them. They had parents for that and they decided not to listen to
I
them.
had a girlfriend since
I'm
I'm
an orphan,
12, but sure,
you
I
know?
just
That's not my problem.
You have
Kai.
been very inappropriate, sir. I'll just.
anyway, so we know that neither
So-
Elara nor Isabella have the gems. We know that.
It
we
must
know
be
what-
either Lucian or Alistair.
Do we know
Yeah.
what happened to the mother?
We do not. I should have
Good
asked.
point,
this.
actually.
I'm
She's
assuming
a
another
player at all?
another staircase-related accident, I suppose.
I don't
Yeah, that
know.
was really bizarre, actually.
Is she a
I-
player at all? Maybe she's in the back, trying to get.
I mean, I don't
back
know. If
into-
there were some drama or something, I would have had it to where he was not really dead. He was testing his children and faking his death the entire time.
Either way, I am leaning towards Alistair having the gem. If he is the heir apparent, it makes sense he would have it, and Lucian did imply he did not have it and he had his eyes on it.
To be fair, you did say with a gem that you would buy into whatever he says, regardless of whether he does.
I
or not.
agree, but it's all we have to go on.
I mean,
Well-
Guy and I could splash more water on Lucian and just do the final test.
Well, Lucian we can find, but I think should we mention that this should we kind of test the waters? Maybe mention a power hungry vampire is becoming more power hungry, and as such, the other power hungry vampires should help us stop him.
I mean, I kind of already told Isabel somewhat a little bit of the truth, so
Well, if we tell the truth to Lucian, maybe we can get him on side and then be up Alistair, or at
I
least
I
take
have an
him
idea.
afterwards.
I have an idea. Basically, I've just had a thought of a way of seeing if the water trick will work on Lucian without just sort of like, oh my god, I've spilled it on you again, because there's a lot that could go wrong with this. I've got an idea.
All right. Remember, we have Kitiara. We get him in a corridor.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. He grabs he grabs some water, and he looks for Lucian.
Okay, I'll
Sure.
follow
Um,
Henry for backup in case.
Sure.
Let's say he's one of those cigar rooms or something where he's just chilling.
Master Voss,
Yes, Henry.
just wanted to pick up on our conversation from earlier. This is my my friend and colleague, Sir Saul Sunderberg.
I kind of bow reverently, kind of giving Henry a chance to kind of like knock the water out if he wants me to. I'll do it like into him.
No, he kind of gives you this look of.
But I'll look at Henry first, so as I see that, then I'll just kind of bow as almost kind of like move my hand on time.
It's a fun way of getting this done without this. So yeah. I just wanted to revisit our conversation from earlier. And he takes a seat in front of his the desk I'm to be sitting at. And said, "I'm interested in your proposal. I want to make that very clear. But let me give you a hard example. Hold out your hand, please, sir."
He does, like, confused.
Opportunities like this don't come along very often, and they could be in your hand, and then suddenly, and he'll pour the water into the palm of his hand, it will just escape through your grasp if you do not seize upon it. And I need you to give me something. What do you
I have
want?
one set note for you. He's wearing gloves.
That's fine.
So he has the gloves. he
Okay,
doesn't
that's
have the
fine.
gem.
No, that's fine though.
Okay, but that still gives,
No, but the
gives us
gloves will be
information. That still
invisible,
gives
right?
information. So
No,
he pours the water
it's
into his
just
glove
The gloves are
hands and goes,
invisible. He doesn't have the item, the
Oh.
gloves. He has gloves on.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant.
So,
You
Sure,
won't be
the
able to
gloves
see
get
if
wet.
he's being wet.
sure, the gloves
I
get
thought-
wet.
I thought it was where does that not imply their gear as well?
Read what the item does.
Where, I mean,
The
even
wear
if
remains completely
immersion-
dry.
Yeah, I thought it would be his
Not his
clothes.
clothes, no, it
Oh,
doesn't
not
mention
his
clothes at all.
Okay,
So
okay.
it could be fucking Isabella.
That's just
Shit.
we've everything we've been basing this on is now useless. Alara or Isabella could have this gem now.
No, we splashed a lot.
I mean, no, I splashed
it-
a lot.
it got on
No,
the
I,
Lara
was
I
totally
thought you
wet.
splashed
Yeah.
I thought you splashed Isabella though.
On her clothes. We're nearly back at square
Was
one
it-
now.
I mean, not at least we have a
This
little
feels so
bit.
good from
We
my
have one
perspective.
quarter of the
Oh.
information, so we just have to do it quick. Let's take
Well,
teams.
that's
Let's
fine.
fucking go
Well-
around splashing water. Let's stop
Let's-
it. That's it. That's the way.
Are you
Yes.
sure you want to do that? Because at this moment, everyone knows that you are the guys who splashed water all over
no.
Alara.
Okay.
I didn't do anything. It was him.
Well, I guess I finish out this scene then, and he says, and just like that, an opportunity will slip through your grasps, just like this water.
I mean, they're invisible gloves, though. That's still not weird.
Are we?
You know?
Are we in the corridor or are we in the lounge?
We're in his study.
In his study, yeah.
He's got his
I
own
mean, I'm
office.
still-
Anyway, I've made my
Yep.
I've said my thing. I did the thing, which I thought
Sure.
would be helpful, and apparently not. So fuck
No,
me.
so unless you have something else you want to do and try to
No,
do
that
this
was literally it.
concept.
I want to see what get. Maybe I get information about this ritual.
Sure, in that case, we go back to square one. The five of you meet once again. This time we will
Damn
remove
it.
this piece of text because you guys just realized that you, yeah.
Hey Mark.
Would you guys like a hint or something?
Yeah.
Before, by the way,
Before we get
Mark,
ahead-
fuck you, okay? But
Well,
yes,
hold on.
please.
Before we get
Fuck
ahead,
me. Fuck
I'm
me for
assuming-
creating this beautiful puzzle for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
No, it's fine.
absolutely.
Like, we gotta figure this out. Before we get the hint, or before we even think about a hint, let's just really quickly regather what we do know for sure, which is parents are both dead. That's been confirmed. We've confirmed Alara doesn't have the gem
Yes.
because of the fact that she was actually splashed. So we know that much. We know that there's a ritual that Alistair wants to do, and that there's an item that Lucian wants to do a ritual. We don't know if it's the same one, but we do know that much, right?
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Yes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Because
no, I'm
we'll
just
do-
looking at what Mark's put on the screen.
It's been there for a solid 5 minutes.
I
know.
missed
the
you
moment
now.
you started
I
talking about
didn't-
Lucian,
I
I
didn't
hated it.
realize either, actually. It's so
Oh,
good.
that's
The
been on there
Maya.
for a while.
The
She
Maya.
died
I
in
just
the shower.
noticed it. I
It
just
does
noticed
slip
it.
Yeah.
on the shower.
You fucking slipped as well.
Fucking slipped in the
Stupid.
water. Okay, so that's what we do know so far. And what we do know also is that Isabella, she might have the gem, she might not, she might just be biding her time. Either way, What I think our next thing that we should do is we need to try to figure out what this ritual is, which Isabella didn't really know from what I gathered, and I could be wrong.
It's currently going on right now, so I think if
That
we can
that's
try.
part of this scene was like find out if the water worked on him and will he tell us what the ritual is. That's why I did this scene.
Well, okay, look. Malcolm, can you currently find Alistair and try to tail him again if he's still in the middle of it or not? That's what we'll do.
I mean, I assume it's going on. It'll be going on for a while. Like, no explosions have happened, so I mean, maybe I can try
Well-
to pick back up the trail.
Just try to pick it up again. Soul, you and Isabella, if I am gambling heavily on this and
Joey.
You're-
Saul's
shut
not
up.
there. Saul and Henry went to speak to.
oh, I thought you came back.
Okay. I thought
No,
I thought
I we did the I
thought
did
you
the water
came
thing.
back, though.
No,
Yeah,
no,
and
I
then you
did the
guys
water.
done.
It's not finished. The scene's not finished at the
Oh.
water thing. Then I found
really?
out.
Oh,
that
I
that's
thought we
not
were
gonna work.
finished because
I
you guys
asked-
decided
That's,
to
that's
do
what
that.
Mark said.
No, I asked him a question. Will he
Yeah.
tell me something about the ritual before I agree to any proposal? And I never got an answer.
okay.
Sorry, audience, for that. That was just misunderstanding.
Okay, yeah, I thought the scene was over because you
No, he asked the question. He
You
just
fell
got
through
pour
the
water in his
basket.
hand and left. He just gonna do that.
in that
Right,
case we
sorry.
go back to the two of you.
Yeah,
Um,
go back to the two of them. Yeah, sorry, Andy. Sorry, audience, for getting us all thrown off.
No worries.
Sure, but yeah, take it off. So, last sentence, probably something like, what part of the ritual from Alistair or Lucian?
He's talking to Lucian, and he did this whole thing with the water pouring in his hand, saying, because opportunities could just slip through your grasp if you don't give me something. I want to know more about this ritual that we discussed earlier.
I don't know what you want to talk about. You want to learn more?
Intellectual curiosity, my lord.
Like I mentioned, it was more of a personal benefit, and I don't think I owe you to explain it.
In that case, I do not owe you the heart of Nakarim, and he will stand up.
He will
As-
just let you, like,
No, then he'll walk away.
Oh,
it doesn't
he
bother
lea-
him that much, like it
As
was
he-
just another thing that
As
he
he
liked.
leaves, he just goes,
I'll
And then,
awkwardly.
do you get back to us?
I awkwardly stand with him for a second, and I'll just kind of like say, "Are you sure this is how you wanna end up this opportunity? I mean, I'm not really interested in art, but I know Mr. Jones deal with the finest relics and things. But I don't know. I'm very biased, obviously.
There are multiple roads to the place I am headed to, so it's sad that this road has faded from my perspective, but I will manage. Thank you, sir.
That's all right. Sorry for being very direct, but may I ask what your father left you? Are you the one with the gem? Are you the lucky one? I know it's a very, very personal, but we are trying to help you all to figure out things here as well. Just as a thing as we knew your father is the least we can do, really. Your mother.
What are you talking about?
Well,
"The fuck."
don't you
What
think it's a
gem are
bit
you specifically
unusual
talking
that
about?
that they both died so accidentally and so coincidentally, awkwardly? I mean,
95% of vampires die in such a way, so no.
what if maybe your sibling is actually betraying you at the moment and doing some ritual to do something really bad against you and your family? We could maybe stop it. Maybe we could help you, but you need to help us too.
Get out of my office, he says.
no.
Did you really not see it going that way, Cisco?
I look at him and said, "You've been extremely
I'm not gonna
inappropriate,
get-
sir. This is no way to treat a gentleman." And I'll kind of look at him. Make my
I'm not
glove.
gonna give Cisco shit.
I'm gonna make my glove, dip my glove in my water, and I'm gonna slap him with a glove on the face.
Oh no! What the
You're
I
making
think
attack roll once again.
None of us are in this office. None of us are in this office unless Henry's
Just-
passive.
Oh no.
Just Cisco.
perception
Gonna
hears
buy
this.
me. Yep. Okay. Okay.
It's alright. I know where your head's at, Cisco. I like where your
Yeah.
head's at.
Yeah, definitely. Just like
17.
Yeah, this time with the shield, it will just easily get blocked.
Oh no, damn it.
As you even try to, it just
This is not
at
a,
this point.
this is not a
He
way.
literally angry. Get out now.
Okay, I'll turn around. Cannot really do anything, really. I think. Yeah, I'll just. I'll leave.
it's really good. I love
Smart decision.
You
I
know,
know.
It's bold.
That's somehow
It's alright,
way
Cisco,
way
it's
worse.
alright. I
Okay.
mean, hey, we're creating situations for stuff to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's alright, Cisco.
Yeah,
No,
that
and,
was really
um,
good. That was funny as hell. I
Yeah.
loved
Yeah,
it.
I think it's a good situation to diffuse some tension, and I guess as you guys are coming.
I'll just,
Oh,
Henry
okay.
makes it back and goes. He's still going. Fuck.
yeah.
Dr. Jones, you seem.
Yes, unless you have put water onto the skin of these people, it doesn't matter if you get it on their clothes.
Yep. Okay, that is an oversight. That's fair.
So Isabella
Okay.
could still have the fucking gem.
Yes, we're
She
back
could
to almost square
possibly.
one.
Okay,
Not
either way,
completely at square one. We know
We
Alara
could-
doesn't have it.
we could attempt to interrupt the ritual and say Lucian sent us.
We could. Look,
Piss him
okay.
off.
New plan. Also, Soul, good to see you.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I might have
Yeah.
slapped with my wet glove Lucian on the face, but
Oh, did you get him?
You
But
what?
after you left, he was very impertinent, and I did a gentlemanly duel thing. But I made my glove wet before I did it. Just he was very confused, and he threw me out of the office. But he casted a spell on the last second and avoided my hit. So we're still back on the square one, and we are I'm very likely to be
Actually-
thrown out of the party very soon.
You slapped one of our vampire hosts in their own home.
Just with the glove.
It could be
It
worse.
wasn't
if I'm
really
being
with
honest.
my face.
Like-
It was like a little, like a wet handkerchief kind of thing.
And
But
wait,
yes.
he blocked your hit. None of the water
He-
even splashed on
he
him because when you
blocked-
try hitting someone with a towel.
Yes, he blocked my hit actually, but I'm not sure. Only fate knows the answer to that. I'll look up to the sky again. DM didn't get splashed at all. One drop.
No.
No. Yep. So no.
All right, well that's fine. So it's okay. We've created tension. I think we can still make use of it. So here's what we can do. Okay. Stop. Breathe. Okay. Malcolm, get on Alistair's trail. We need to know more about his ritual and what he can do. We can use it to our advantage if we have more info. Are you okay with that?
Yes, and trying to get back to the ritual. Oh God, do we know of any large chambers in the house? Maybe I could try and find it. Like,
Well, find
I'll take-
Alistair first.
I'll
That's
take
what I
us
would
back
do.
to where I lost him, like the maze
I-
and the tunnel, and just kind of.
I got a
Well,
so,
feeling
like-
either attic or basement that normally evil creatures perform rituals just out of knowledge.
Probably basement. That'll be easier to hide. So, I have an idea, and I was wondering if you could do me a favor. You are of a knightly-like character in the time I've known you so far, and you're a very noble-hearted guy.
Oh, thank you,
I was
Will.
wondering if you would be, if you could just go to where Isabella's at, try to establish a little bit more of a trusting rapport, because especially with that slapping incident, like I said, we need to make sure that she'll be the buffer to what just happened, basically. So I'm asking you because you two are the most alike personality-wise. That's why it can't be me or Dr. Jones or Kai here.
Hmm.
You okay with that?
Yes, certainly. Sure.
All
That
right.
sounds like a good
Try and
idea.
organize it. All
So
right.
no,
Just be the person who slaps their host with
No,
gloves.
look. Like I said, Dr. Jones, come on. Lucian's a bit of a fucking asshole here. Okay. Now, as for the other three of us, okay. We know that Alara doesn't have the gem. That doesn't mean that she can't be useful. I've established some kind of rapport with her, so I'll try to go back with her. Dr. Jones, Kai, can you possibly be on patrol for Alistair in case Malcolm misses him? Just to be sure.
Yeah. I can do
Thank
that.
you all. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick before I head out to Alara and rinse my face. I'll be right back.
Alright.
And break. And then Will's gonna go to the restroom and just splash water in his face.
I'm gonna try and go back to try and find. Like, I'll just be running around, maybe doing some wall crawling to make it seem like I'm hidden a bit better, and try and find the room where the ritual's happening.
I
maybe
get it.
peek through.
Can we
For
as
you.
we step at the main room? I would like to give you the fortune's favor.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Oh, and
That'd
as
be
we
fucking
leave, I'll
great.
just be like, Malcolm, just because something went wrong doesn't mean that it's time wasted. You got this time. And then I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Right, let's rock it.
Sure. What I was going to say is, for you, it's very shortly. This castle's way too big, and you didn't get enough information in order to find the ritual
Yes.
room. You don't find it.
Okay.
While
If you want to try looking for Alistair.
while I'm in the corridor as well, while I'm on my way towards Isabella, I'm gonna cast detect magic and not enter the room, but just try to see from. Hopefully, the room is 30 feet on length. Otherwise, it's not gonna pick it up. Otherwise, it might
Who
detect.
you said?
Just to detect if she's got more than one magical item.
but
I
who?
don't- For Isabella, once I find her, but
You can't. She's in the main room.
will the magic block? Okay, yeah, it will block in the moment. It won't go through the room, right? Then, pretty much.
She's
if I'm
in
in
one of the
corridor.
main rooms. So.
Oh, okay. Could I kind of like beckon her out? Maybe, I don't know. I'll just stand outside. Said, "Oh, my lady, would you mind 1 second? I guess is there any windows on the corridor?"
On the dining room, no, and she stays there.
But on
like,
the
she's at
corridor
the-
outside her room.
There's basically one gigantic hallway, and to the right of it, it's the dining room. Basically, that's it.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
you have the hallway,
Perfect.
or
Okay, perfect. I get it now. Yeah. So, all right. Then knowing now, nope. All right, I'll just make my way there. Oh, sorry. Keep going. Yep, go towards.
yeah, anyone else has a plan or something? Then we're just going to
No.
roll the d20s in order to.
We could get the clue actually. You offered us a clue. We never got it.
Mm-hmm.
We could get it if you guys
I mean,
want
do
it.
you guys want to?
I mean,
It's up to you guys.
because we kind of back, we've reversed now again. So
I
I'll leave
could.
it. So I
could-
Like, to be honest, this way, at some certain point, you guys are just going to fail. Because events will happen during this night, and at this moment, it's, yeah.
yeah,
You only
so,
have like
yeah.
a few more actions before
So
you
we-
have
so
to
we need-
determine who has the gem and get out.
so we need a push then.
Yeah.
We need a clue.
You need to figure something out, like something smart. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
I could do
I
a
think-
clue, definitely.
Yeah.
We know that Percival Ravenscroft work in secret with Father. Maybe he knows where a ritual might be made in the castle. Or-
Potentially. I mean, I could ask him again.
And
Well,
the same
I
with
could-
General Blackfoot. He also worked for a long time.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Places
Um,
where he wasn't supposed to go.
yeah, Blackwood, yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
I could speak to Lucian for the simple fact I haven't pissed him off.
yeah, but what want you to say? What's
Yeah, I
your
just think
angle?
Lucian is not gonna say anything. He's an asshole, actually. Just saying.
That's your brother's about to do some start spooky shit to attempt to kill you. You should probably come help us stop it.
I told
Well,
him.
obviously
I told
in
him
more
about
words
the
than that.
ritual. Well, just I'm not there anymore, am I? Damn it. Well, let's say that if it's
Yeah.
okay with you, that I could be 1 second and just say that I told him about the ritual and his brother, and he didn't react or care.
Just make a lie that I'm a PI. Dealing with his father's last wishes that was not mentioned. I could lie. Does that sound good to everyone?
I think that's good. It's
Nothing else
a,
to do.
See you however you want to
No,
play
no.
it.
okay.
Actually, did we just come with? Will we think arriving with?
Shit, yeah, we did
With
kind of go with
Golden.
Galehart, yeah.
So
That probably won't work. Okay.
I'm not sure.
In that case, I think I may go speak to Percival again, see if he'd have any indication. No, well, he's already mentioned it being weird and not. I don't know.
Henry will go looking for Alistair. For what it's worth, I'd like a clue because I'm stumped.
Yeah.
yeah. I could quickly ask Blackwood as well on my way before I hang out with Isabella.
Blackwood is not speaking to you again.
I mean, I didn't do
Fuck.
anything back to him, but
You didn't slap him.
yeah, I was fine. He was
Yes.
very pleasant with him. I could
I
ask
guess
him
I think
if he
the
knew a
consensus
place
is-
where to perform a ritual. I could tell him that there's been a ritual being performed to see what he does as well. That we are
So
trying
I think
to stop it.
the appropriate action to take here is just we're to get a hint. I think
Yeah.
that we're
No, I
kind
mean,
of agreeing
I'm
on that
happy
so
with the
far.
hint too, but I'm just saying as well. Let's see what the hint is. I
Okay.
guess.
The hint is I'm going to give you is about Lucian. He mentioned that indeed he has his eye on the item for some reason. If you would think for whatever reason he would have for the item to have, and he was willing to trade it afterwards as well, right? So he probably only has one use of it for like one use only for the item.
Are you
So
referring to
makes
the heart,
sense.
the heart or the shadow gem?
Like the Shadow Blood Sapphire, he's willing to trade it, but he also has a use for it.
All right, I got the distinct impression that he didn't want to part with it.
No, he was willing to trade with it. That's what I try to make clear. Like, he's fine with it, but he has a use for it, a singular use.
Right. Okay. So
Okay, I understood he didn't want to trade actually.
should he be
Yeah,
looking for
Mark,
something?
Mark, I misunderstood completely because Henry's
Yeah,
would
that's why I
suggest-
told
tell-
him.
I want this. I want this shadow blood gem. If you want this, they want the heart and the karma. He said no.
Yeah, I understood that too. That's why we left.
Like, at the moment, no. Like, he was willing to trade it later. That's what he mentioned to you.
Okay.
He not have said something at the second conversation I had then, because he just says I'm interested, but give me something.
Yeah, because you asked for the ritual that he was planning on doing, not about the item. That's the clear difference.
Hmm.
Well, I've screwed the pooch in that then. So I would have pursued that if I'd known from the start that's what he was wanting. I did not get that. I didn't get that at all. I'm sorry.
Like, he's willing to trade the blood gem, but he has a use for it.
First.
Maybe we could
Mhm.
figure out what that use is and then help him with it.
Well, if you look at the item, what the properties are. About which one do you think he's talking about? Which one of the item's properties do you think he's going to need to use
Oh.
only once for?
Oh shit! I know. Okay, so the mind shield. One of them can read minds. If it's not Lucian, and he has the mind shield, he can't be read.
Yeah, but if we try and read his mind, he'll know, and then he'll turn it back on us. Then we're screwed.
No, I mean that's probably what he wants. He wants to not have like mind shield. He wants the mind shield,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
he's looking for something.
But remember, he only uses it once. He only has a one-time use for it. Afterwards, he will trade it away. So he won't get to keep the mind shield.
Okay, in that case, if he uses the main property, then he just wants to convince somebody of something.
They might want to find something.
He may want to convince that. He may want to find something, but he may also want to just convince. If he uses it on his family and just convinces that he's the head of the house, that could just make him the head of the house.
But
And
in
then when he-
both cases, if he had the gem, wouldn't he have already used it?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the
So
gem,
does
yeah.
Lucian have the gem?
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Probably not.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
No.
So that's two then.
Okay. So it's either Isabel or Alistair. I think.
I think it's Alistair. Just, I mean, it's a guess, right? But I mean, Isabella doesn't.
I'd be willing to guess that.
Yeah, doesn't really care that much about anything. She's just chilling there. I don't know. And I think the ritual, maybe you need the gem to do the ritual as the whole thing, and it's gonna be something really bad. Obviously.
Okay,
What
well,
if
in that-
Malcolm goes? What if Malcolm goes to Lucian and says, "Right, okay, here's the exchange. Help us get this. You use it what you need for it. Then we'll swap you the heart for that." Because I
Here's
can't
my
I
question.
can't
Wait, hold
justify
on.
Henry doing that again because he's fucked us up twice now.
Here's what I don't get. The truth and lies. So any falsehood spoken by the wearer perceived as absolute truth, right?
Yes.
Even bypassing. So in the conversation I had with Isabella, when I was just, basically open, and I was telling her that her brothers are planning on killing each other, and the fact that she said to me, no, I don't think it's anything like that, the fact that I didn't believe her, does that invalidate the fact that she would have the gem? Because I, as in conversation, didn't believe the fact that she was saying, oh, it would never come to that, or, oh, the fact that during that conversation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because she will be perceived as absolute truth, right?
That's what I'm trying to clarify.
Okay. I see where you're going.
I've given enough hints.
Yeah,
You
I was
should
about to say that.
figure it out yourself. Like put
Yeah,
the
that
pieces
sounds like
together
Mark
now.
is. That sounds like Mark would give you the exact answer if he answered that
I
question.
think we
That's
take
for
a
you
punt
to determine. That's all for you to determine what you just
above
mentioned.
game. I think we take a punt that Alistair has it. It may make sense if he's there apparent. If someone goes to not Henry, because again fucked up twice now, goes to Lucian and says,
Yeah,
right,
I'll
we'll do this trade. Help us get this. Use it for what you need it for. Then we'll trade you it for the heart.
yeah, okay. I'll lie. I'll just lie to Lucian.
That's up to you guys if you guys
Yeah.
want to go off that. That's just my personal thinking.
Okay.
But it's already 5:30 my time. I think it's like 10:30 your guys' time. How you guys feeling?
We can push a little bit.
I'll
We'll
have
see
this
how
quick
it goes.
conversation with Lucian, and then
Okay.
kind of hope it gets better from
Okay.
there. Okay.
So are you guys okay? The last thing, and then
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
up to you
There's
guys.
literally nothing. There's nothing else we can do. No other plans
Yeah,
to do anything with this. I'm stumped. So it's either we do this or we do nothing and we fail. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it then.
I'll knock onto the door and wait to be entered in at Lucian's chambers.
Sure. He opens up.
Hello, I'm Sam Tyler. Don't think we've met yet.
No.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You saw me coming with Galehart. That is a complete fabrication on my part. I used Galehart to get into the room with us. My associate, Dr. Jones, has informed me a few different things. However, I need to be frank. Your father was extremely worried about your brother Alistair. Specifically, the grabs, or what he's willing to do, his fears, a lot of that shit. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the man he's speaking to is quite a powerful necromancer, and someone I've been after for a while. I think you should come with me. Are you not frightened about what he's gonna do?
Not really. No,
Why not?
because it's awfully cute compared to what I'm planning on doing. So
Maybe you should put an end to it. Just in your best interest. Even if
Why
he's
so
weak
though?
now, he could do something to cause issue.
if my plans go to fail, then maybe that will happen. But that's on me. I rather trust my
Well-
own instinct than just a random gentleman who knocks on my door. Especially
I'm
anyone
willing
who
to
comes
help
in
you.
here with Gilhart.
Gelhart sent me, but honestly, I just came in to do my job here. I'm actually I'm not even really friends with Gelhart. I'll be honest. I can't have to suffer him. I can't have to suffer most people. You can probably smell it. I'm different. And what I'm saying right now is that Alistair's a bit dangerous. You already know that. A wise man would make sure he's not a threat. And with that, I'll walk out.
Sure, he won't follow. He will just close the door.
Look, whereabout was that? It says, hey, we're interested in this swap. Help us get this. We'll
Oh,
give you the
shit.
thing. Luke.
Top of the plan.
Luke.
Shit,
Well,
fuck. I
God
forgot about that.
fucking damn
Martin,
it.
Martin, it's up to you.
Shit.
You're the last chance of
Oh,
the
Shit,
speak
sorry.
with Lucian.
Yeah.
That was the
complete-
reason to go
Sorry,
there.
sorry. That's my fault. That's my bad.
Yeah, damn it.
It's alright, guys. Things happen. I mean, Martin can try talking to him.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, Martin, you want to give it a spin?
Come on, Martin, we believe in you. You are
Nope.
our only hope.
Okay. Well, no. All right then. Actually, I don't think Will's ever talked to him. Actually,
You went. Oh yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't.
no, I never.
Yeah, you
spoke
didn't.
Sorry, guys. I completely forgot.
Well, we give win this spill or no, or what do we want to do?
You know what? I'll go have one last conversation. He's getting really annoyed, so
Yeah,
I will. You know what? As a bit of a peace offering, what Will's gonna do? He's gonna look over and he's like, "I'm sorry, Dr. Jones." So he's gonna grab a bottle of wine and a couple glasses, and he'll be like, "Hello, Lucien, am I correct?"
Lucian, but sure.
Lucien. I apologize for the mispronunciation. It's okay if I come in. I was hoping to have a bit of a drinking partner, even if you don't like blood, but you know.
He seems awfully irritated because of the past
Understandable.
visitors he has gotten
Yeah.
so far. But
Understandable.
sure, he will invite you in for.
I appreciate it, Lucien. All right. Well, I am to understand my caravan has been giving you issues as for the past couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I just want to say that I do apologize for their behavior. It does reflect on me as a leader. I should have kept them more in line.
Wow.
So personally, from the crows, I do apologize for their behavior.
Go to the part of the conversation that you actually want to have.
Right. Well, now that I've had my fill of the drink, look, we have been just having some conversations. A lot of information has been very loose. You don't like the idea of your brother Alistair having power, whether that would be the gem or something like that, but you're not looking for his position necessarily. Am I correct?
Kind of. But
Okay.
continue.
Sure. I have a proposal for you. Dr. Jones is currently in my employ, so I would have enough pull with him to ask and most likely get whatever item it is you need for your own purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So, my proposal is this. We trade you for the gem, that item,
What
which
gem?
is the necklace. The Shadow Gem.
Again, you guys speak about it. What is your real plan with the Shadow Gem? What's your angle? What do you want with it?
It would be a lot more enticing to tell you if you had it, but judging by the fact that I'm allowed to disbelieve you at the moment, you don't have it.
And why would you think I want that item?
The gem or the other one? I'm a little bit confused.
Both. Like,
The gem,
okay,
because-
just the gem. Let's just keep it at the gem.
Okay. The gem, because Lucien, influence is a powerful thing. Being able to change cognition, to distort free will, is power that even the gods envied. I mean, in another world, it was humans' very first sin was to have free will. So, I imagine such a thing would be very powerful even for you, for anyone really. And I can't imagine the level of bitterness and envy that would come with not having it, but seeing someone who you see as inadequate compared to their father, him having it instead.
You're close, but sorry, but you're wrong.
How so?
Oh, because he doesn't know about it.
Mm,
Only I
that
do.
doesn't. Really? And how do you
Oh.
know about it right now?
Ooh, because I actually studied my old father's notes.
Okay. And his notes detailed the gem, and only you have this and nobody else. I find that very hard to believe.
Oh no, not the gem. Something completely else that no one knows about except for my father and apparently only me.
Well, look, there's something else, whatever your business is, that's not what I'm here for. I was coming in here with a negotiation for a trade of the gem. Either you can give it to me or not. Or I could tell your brother about it.
Okay, then tell him about it that I don't have the gem, which he already knows.
You just said that he doesn't know about the gem. That you're the only one that does.
No, everyone knows about the gem. He doesn't know about what I'm going to use the gem for.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be very hard to figure out. It's a gem that literally makes reality whatever you say for the other person.
Oh, you're so small-minded to think that's the main ability of the gem.
Small-minded. I don't. Literal mind control is small-minded, ironically. Because as someone who's enterprised one of the greatest fighters that ever lived on this planet in a Thunderdome, influence is more powerful than any fist.
And sorry, but the information you're trying to share is sadly false, so... Once again, lovely conversation, but I won't have any further with the crows, if you mind. And
That's
he points
fair.
to the door.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Good luck to you on your impending war with your brother. And we'll just leave. Not quite what I hoped for.
Once again, sorry, but
Yeah, Mr.
you hit the
Gilhard.
wrong strings.
Well,
Okay.
Mr. Gilhard, this is a bust.
Yeah, after you guys all circle back, come back together, Mr. Gilhard will appear. So, it's almost time to go. Please tell me you know
Okay,
who has it.
And after, I would assume everybody would know because before Mr. Gilhard arrived, Will would have told everybody everything. Mr. Gilhard,
It's
go
either
on.
Alistair or Isabel. We're
Probably
most likely
Alistair.
to assume Alistair.
Yes.
actually,
Seems
I
to
don't
be the
even know.
family favorite. Seems to be the father's favorite, according to many of the sources around here. He's doing some dark ritual right now as we speak, which we probably should be stopping. But I can't seem to find him.
We are in the process of finding out where the ritual is being performed. We just need a little bit more time, and we could, stop the ritual if you want and get the item for
Well,
you. I
the
don't know.
ritual wasn't
As
what
you
we're
say
doing.
that, you see somewhere in the distance all of the 4 children, including Alistair, emerge. Where they're basically going to the exit or the outdoor where they are letting people out. Basically, the dinner's almost over, so people are going home already. But you see Alistair at the moment, so you know the ritual's already been done.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh dear.
I thought we may have fucked this up.
I don't know.
Oh, you guys think it's Alistair? I literally only get one shot at this, so you better be fucking sure that it's him.
As sure as we can be.
I don't know because he knew about the gem, but
You guys want to
Yeah.
go through all the notes once again, just to make sure?
Yeah, let's make sure. I mean, he's the family favorite according to everybody. So he
Lucian
must have
wants
the
it,
best
doesn't
items.
have it. Ilara doesn't have it. The only one we haven't been able to speak to is him. He's been off doing something.
I'm honestly tempted to say Isabella. Still. Thinking back on the conversation, I might have fed her information which, allowed me to have a different perception than really. The thing is that's making me with Alistair is that it would be the obvious option, but if he had the gem, then why is there any fear about Lucian at all? Why even the need for a ritual? Isabella's been the only one that's been relatively calm. It's such a powerful item that I assume. So, I don't know. I'm tempted to think Isabella, but if the group
That's a good
wants to
point.
pick Alistair, it's up to you guys.
No, that's a good
Yeah.
point. You've sold me on Isabella. She's the one who has that to keep people in line and
And
tell
if-
them this
if
is
I'm
this
wrong,
is truth. When you do
I-
this.
if you guys want to stick to me because of what I said, if I'm wrong, I do apologize.
I mean,
I mean, I shouldn't have fucked up with Lucian. That was my bad.
No, it happens. It's stuff
Isabella.
happens.
I mean, they are outside. We could potentially
Up to
cast
you.
Mage Hand and throw water on
We're
them.
not
still.
jumping them.
I
We
don't know.
can't jump them all.
We
Right,
actually
well,
we could if we get enough water together. That would be so funny. We just go with a bucket and splash them all out of the sun. Like what? I
Kill
don't
them
know.
I'm
all in front of all
personally-
the guests. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm personally inclined to go with Isabel as my guess, but it's up to you guys. I know I would rather we all agree before we tell Mr. Gilhart.
I'm with you. If you're Sulman, Isabella, you make a good point.
Let's just do it like this. Just place your token to whichever side you think.
Fuck. I mean,
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
I don't know,
Oh.
man.
you're usually the voice of reason when it comes to these sort of things.
I try to be, but I do fuck up a lot. I am human.
What does Martin think? I want to know.
Yeah, Martin is pretty.
Fuck.
Isabella.
That's
Go with
majority.
I
of
love the context you give. Yeah.
Sure. I guess is that kind of movie, right? Where there is a twist at the end. I think that's what it's going. So I guess
I
it's
could be
something
completely
like-
wrong. Like I said, it's just
Oh,
only
no,
because
I
of the
feel
fact
that.
that thinking back, I
We've not
fed
got-
her
we've not
that.
got
Oh,
time
you
to
know, I
debate
think
this
that,
anymore. It's shit or bust
yeah.
now.
Well, I'm just
Yep.
guessing that the ritual was to protect himself from the jam, maybe, or something. So
It could even be for something else entirely. It's something that he's afraid of.
Yeah.
Because then at the same time thinking, if you have the gem and you know you have the gem, why would you be afraid of anything at this point?
I don't know. I guess it's too late for that now.
Make a
Yeah,
choice.
I
Simple
guess
swim.
so.
Yep.
Yep.
Everyone, final decision?
Guess we have
Yep.
to, yeah.
Sure. In that case, as everyone starts to leave, everyone shakes their hands. Mr. Gilwich gets an item ready, basically a very small spider droid. He quickly makes it invisible by doing some spray thingy, and he keeps it in his hand. And once as he shakes everyone's hand, and oh, thank you so much for this dinner. It's been absolutely fantastic. Once he arrives at Isabel, he will do the thing where he lets the spider. He throws it somewhat inside of her pocket of her dress. And after all, the spider will return and go quickly into the pocket of Mr. Gilhart. And after everyone's hand shaken, Mr. Gilhart taps his staff on the ground. Portal will open. Go, gang, let's go! And he will go through the portal.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Yep, let's go.
Sorry, guys.
So you go to the portal, and once again, we go back to. Fuck, where is it?
I know, it's a
It's a very strange mansion house name, I will say.
Give me a moment. I should just pin somewhere, his house somewhere. I just want to go to his house again. When was the first time you
Gilbert.
guys went to his house?
The
Let's
very
see.
first time was. That was a
The
while
dragon
back.
thing?
We could just theater of the mind it just to save time if you want.
It's fine, yeah.
Is it just
Theater
gonna be
Sure,
us
here, we go
talking
to
now?
this place instead. Close enough. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
close enough.
close enough.
No, Mr. Gold.
Yeah, ignore those. Sure,
Mhm.
Sorry, I can't understand that I cannot find it, but it's every time with the same map.
Watch it, find it as soon as we're done here. Like, watch as soon as the stream's
Yeah.
over, you'll find it.
Like I can't, I cannot stop focusing after I found this map. I'm sorry.
I know, it's just a stick, Mr. Stick. It was so funny. Damn it.
No, fuck it. I'm going to watch it after this show. Fuck this. Okay. Sure. You guys get back into his small apartment, Tini. And he pulls out of the pocket, indeed, the gem. You guys have corrected.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
pick up that phone, Joey. You fucking called it.
We're not
Oh
smart
my
enough for
God.
this game. We're not smart enough for this game.
You gotta understand, that was just like the barest of logical reasoning that I was not confident in. That was just wait, okay, I'm just confused. Anyway,
I mean,
so we
I
see
guess technically she said it wouldn't cause a fight, and then we
Yeah,
kind of
and-
made it so it
Because
never happened.
she'll make sure there's no fight caused.
Yeah,
well,
'cause
not anymore. We
we-
have the gem.
Yeah, and we pissed them off to the point where it's like they don't care about each other. So it's like, have we
No,
talked
I
them out
think
of the fight?
There will be a fight now because she's not there with the gem to tell them don't fight, because this is what I'm saying is true.
Oh,
They're
but
like,
it
"Aye,
would've
right, then
like
now they're like,
done.
you'd know.
Okay.
Anyway, so
basically, yeah, you guys fucked up. And by the way, I found the map. Somehow it's at the top
oh,
of
you
the
did. All right.
Oh,
order.
nice.
I don't know
yeah.
why.
So anyway, I guess so. What's Mr. Galehart's reaction to this? I know Will's gonna be like, whoa, whoa. Ugh.
He'll just, fucking finally, I've been waiting for this for way too long.
So okay, well, there you go,
And
Mr. Galehart.
after
And,
well, he will activate it, basically getting attuned to it, and once he does it, it will grow very a reddish glow around it, and he will just. Oh, you guys, you wouldn't believe it. It was in the other pocket all along.
You lost
The thing-
something.
What?
Oh,
Was that it?
You
Oh,
had
yes.
it all this time.
well, I didn't. Well, okay, like I had the thought of like maybe I put it in the other pocket, but I never put anything in this pocket, so I wasn't even going to dignify it by even tapping on my pocket.
Wait,
but I
what-
could have done
what
it
is it?
all along.
What is it? What does he pull out?
It's a clockwork mechanism thingy.
What is
Oh.
the thing we got for you then?
Oh, it helped me to find this, and he basically drops the sapphire into his spell of treasure that he has.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
whatever is your person. Also, Dr. Jones.
On the
I am sorry,
afternoon, huh?
Dr. Jones, I'm sorry, but I had to break our bet. And then you could smell the alcohol in his breath.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
agree. I agree, Mr. Albatross. In fact, I would like to discuss a few things I know. I know a little bit about sorcerers and how it might be necessary for your ongoing
That is.
ability.
But on the bright side, it does kind of help me a little bit more. I feel a little bit more clear about that. So, Mr. Galehart, glad we could be of service, and I believe we performed an adequate enough job.
Yeah, sure. Well, if you don't excuse me, I really want to get going on with this thing right now.
Wait,
so,
can you pay us before you leave?
Sure. He looks at his spell of gold. What did we discuss?
The gem.
No, but like how
sure.
much to get like the payment.
What the fuck?
Oh,
No.
I mean,
That's a lot.
No, I want to keep that for later. That might be
Yeah.
useful. Just take what you want, and he will just
Okay.
literally leave and run away.
well, let's see. There's 5 of us.
Oh.
What if we each took 2.5k gold?
What the fuck?
I don't know why the map did that.
Sorry about the map. I don't know. I'm just listing off numbers, guys. Just help me out here.
Yeah.
How about, Mark, drop us a line and tell us what's in the treasure pile
Yeah.
and how much we could take, and we'll sort out for next week.
Yeah, we'll sort it out for next week. Yeah.
Well, there are a bunch of magical other items, basically. You can take them, but he probably will judge you. But there's
So-
probably a pile. This is probably 50,000 gold.
Yeah, but
Like he will
And-
judge you on the amount of that you will take. But
Yeah.
take
yeah,
as much
like I
as
don't
you
want
like.
to. I don't want to like take all of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to think of like an appropriate reward. But before we took the money, Will say, I just want to thank you all for your utmost work and your patience. It's great being your manager.
I pour him a little
that
shot of
is
the
a-
cloud giant. I pour him a little shot of the cloud giant whiskey and say, I think you need this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
okay, I'm starting to feel like my old self.
Oh well. Back
what?
to your normal
I-
self, I guess.
I'm happy to not take a reward. I feel like I did an awful job of that.
Oh,
Now, look, Malcolm.
come on, we
Look, guys. There's this thing going on where we think just
Each.
because we make a fuck up or something like that, then we don't deserve anything. Fuck ups happen all the time in life. Sometimes we have to
Not in
go
death.
into failure.
I would like to point out, Mr. Albatross, the mission was a success.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
succeeded. Yeah,
Just
so-
because exactly, that's my point. Just because little hangups happen doesn't mean that it's necessarily always a bad thing. Sometimes you endure, sometimes you grow from it. So, Malcolm, you're getting paid, you're getting paid, you're getting paid, and he points to Kai, you're getting paid.
Oh,
Yay!
all right. I'm getting paid too, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, of
pointed
course.
at you, I pointed at you.
1,000
Anyway.
each. Should we take? What do you guys think?
No, I mean it's 50K here. We should take at least like 3 or 4 each.
I think we don't want to take the piss though. If we're gonna get judged on it, we might not get jobs with him anymore. Really, I don't
Look, to
know.
be honest, we just made enemies of a family of vampires. I think we deserve
I mean, we
Thank
should at
you,
least
Cat.
we should,
at
we
least
should at least
1,000 per vampire. There were 4 vampires. Is 4,000.
we should at least get
I like that
at least some
logic.
silver chains so that they can't bite us.
Okay, look, we'll buy silver chain with our money.
I
Buy
was
Final
told that
Walker-
Hunter will hunt me. It's probably one of those vampires.
All right, look. To make
Probably no.
for-
Yes.
Yes, that's probably that's a fair point.
I'm in the book of 4K each.
Henry takes 5,000 gold. He doesn't like Gilhart.
Oh, Dr. Jones. Oh,
It's just,
All right, you know
What?
what?
I don't like this man. I'm taking his money.
5,000 each it is then, I guess. Sure.
If the fool doesn't want to make a written contract for how much he will pay us, then I'll just take what I'm due. Damn it!
Fine, 5K for each of us. So that's
Yeah.
25K basically from his. And I guess we'll do that, and then we'll head on our way back to the Dancing
Yeah.
Kobold.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Shibidi
Wow.
Shubida back to.
That's
Yep.
a lot of
This
money.
doesn't feel good.
Yeah, we are gonna get in trouble for this, but sure.
Congratulations,
I'll-
you're rich now.
Dr. Jones will take the blame for that, and he goes, "Why'd you do that?" I says, "You never wrote in the contract, fool."
Anyway, so thank you, audience, for your patience. I know we went really over, but thank you guys for
Yeah.
sticking with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you all
Amazing.
arrive at the Dancing Kobold. You didn't get caught by the vampires. You all survived without any holes in your necks.
I know,
And,
that's surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all ended well, apparently, somehow. Yeah, things to thank because we're going to end it right here. Yeah, we also have a Sunday and a Tuesday campaign, so either join in on those if you would like. Otherwise, we hopefully see you next week. I would like to thank Incarnate for the maps that we've been making, and also basically AI for finishing because I got lazy at some point. Suno for the music that they have been using this entire session, and I'm going to end it now because it's getting in my head. And one of Joey's great-great-grandfathers for the Golden Gate Bridge. So with that being said, yeah, take it easy, stay magical, y'all, and hopefully see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night.
I call that failing.